but they accidentally bombed Poland, and that would have been a problem.
But
it was an accident.
Yeah, apparently
so
not.
Fine.
Apparently, it was not a problem.
Yeah, it's an accident.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't mean it's a blow this other country.
Christ.
This is the Kill Them with Comedy podcast, featuring true crime, amazing events, conspiracies, unsolved mysteries, and an array of weird and wonderful topics, all for your enjoyment. You're welcome.
And that proves that even people that you would trust with your life can, at some point, go fucking crazy.
Like one of the industrial-style lathes. You know what a lathe is?
Not particularly.
It's the thing that spins other pieces of metal really quickly, so you can grind into it and change the shape of it and all that kind of stuff, right? But these things, the industrial ones, they move with like a lot of force.
Oh yeah.
And this Russian guy's wearing a big puffy jacket, and one of the tassels gets caught.
Oh god.
And before he can even do anything, he's already in the lathe, just being flipped around to the point where his body just disintegrates all over the fucking place.
And he was absolutely fine after that, I'm guessing. He got up, he went home, he was good.
No,
end of the story?
No, Carl.
End of the story, he was good?
Carl, no. One of his mates goes over and starts crying at the remains of his corpse.
Well, at least somebody cared about him.
Yeah,
nice.
Like, that's neither here nor there. That's all sort of, the bullshit. But my car, going back to that, my car is kind of working now. But I'm kind of worried that I might have fucked it up already. Because on the way here, right, I had to drive through some severe fucking floodwater, man.
It's raining.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it's torrential out there. And to the point where, like, I had to drive about a good 100 feet of a road just completely submerged, hoping that I wouldn't just drop down suddenly in the middle of it. There was. Oh no, that's what happens with roads, man. Like all the time, you'll see people.
That's what happens with roads. Yeah, you drive along, all of a sudden there's a giant hole, and you drop down, like Vicar Dibley.
It's a little dip in the middle of it, so you think it's a flat road, but there's a dip in the middle, and suddenly you just submerge halfway through this fucking. That's one of the things they showed us at Tesco's that was actually worth seeing.
What?
All of the accidents that were caused by those fucking stupid drivers. Like some of them were upsetting because people got hurt. But other ones were people trying to drive a giant fucking van down a tiny tunnel that gets smaller the closer you get to the other end. And you can clearly see this fucking giant van is not going to go in this hole.
There's a fucking cone tunnel. Well, that just seems like a bad design straight away, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it does tell you on the outside, it tells you, this is the maximum height, don't go in. Cause,
they do.
In the middle of it, you'll get fucked up. And there's other ones where, like, one of the best ones, oh my god, like, I was the only one laughing during this, by the way. Which probably goes to show why I didn't take the job that seriously. But...
I mean, it's Tesco after all, to be fair. You shouldn't have taken it too seriously.
Yeah. But we had people
I shop in Tesco, just to clarify. No hate against Tesco.
No hate against their meal deals and shit. But they accidentally,
deal,
the people accidentally running into tunnels, people accidentally driving down into fucking water, as I say, people sort of flipping the van over in brilliant ways. Best one by far, though.
Cheers.
Best one by far. A Tesco driver driving along suddenly brakes because out of the black of the night comes a cow's ass. just a big... And the cows are black as well, so all you can see is like pitch black and then suddenly like butthole and stinky crevice. And like this guy is braking as hard as he can. And he doesn't hurt the cow, but he clearly... He just bumps the cow's backside. And I'm just sitting there like thinking like, could you imagine going home just like... going back to the fucking depot, pulling that van in, and people can see cow skin marks on the front of the van. Like, what the fuck happened to you, man? You're cleaning that.
I don't know. I don't know if I would risk I don't know if I would risk having a crash for the sake of a cow. I think I would take the chance and I'd go into it.
Yeah. He was moving at quite a speed, and those cows will fuck up a van if you hit them. Like, they will fuck up a van.
Yeah, but it could fuck it up more, though, like skidding out the way and crashing or some shit in this.
Yeah, but that's the thing, he controlled it very well. Didn't skid, didn't do anything else, just braked really hard and just gently tapped the cow's backside. It was fucking brilliant.
Maybe that's all he was trying to do the whole time.
I've got a
plan to gently tap the cow's backside. That's what I like to do sometimes. I do like a good tap on the backside. Somebody from Free called you. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Listen to his voice messages on a podcast. It's just atrocious. Hold on. Where's my thing? So I couldn't do that before. But see, to us, they just time travelled.
They did.
They time travelled right then. You lucky buggers.
Yeah.
You
I
just-
don't get to time travel. I've got to sit here through it.
Yeah, somebody did time travel, they said. Technically, there's been a Russian dude who time travelled.
Oh, was he the guy who's circled around the earth or what?
Yeah, it spent so long in space, somebody who's like a fraction of a second ahead or something.
It's more than a fraction of a second. It's like an hour.
I don't think it's quite that much.
Yeah,
It was-
because over time it's like, because that's why it's maybe not an hour, it's probably like a couple of minutes, but like the thing is over time they have to adjust all of the atomic clocks
Yeah.
to match it, or they have to change that clock to match the atomic clock,
Oh, yeah, to catch up with it and all that.
because atomic clocks don't fucking lie.
What?
Atomic
What
clocks
are you
don't
trying to tell me that... Are you trying to accuse all the other clocks of lying, you motherfucker?
Yeah.
What have you got against clocks? You don't want to say that too near to Big Ben. Dude's big. He'll go after you.
Yeah.
He may not have arms, but he's got hands for days. Where's the other way around? Do they have hands?
No, I like that. I just like the
yeah.
idea of this squat little man with giant hands on the ends of his fucking shoulders.
Get these hands! Get these hands! A little bit of a wrestling thing for you there as well. I relearned something the other day that I forgot was a thing.
Okay.
And it's scary, especially if you're really high when you're relearning about this. You're like,
Okay, Carl.
especially if you're drunk too and you learn it.
I'm interested.
It's because you could just be like at any moment.
Yeah.
Spontaneous human combustion.
Is a thing that happens.
It's a real thing.
It's
more,
a thing that fucking happens.
more regularly than you think as well.
Yeah.
That's the scariest part.
Yeah. Humans can just turn into an incendiary device.
Yeah. It's like a lot of the time it's people that drink a lot too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't drink loads. These are people that drink like every day from the looks of it.
Wasn't there like
But I think it's more about being drunk rather than having to be drunk all the time.
Wasn't there a rumour about like Henry VIII where like his coffin exploded when he was in it or something because he
Really?
was so overweight and so full of like food and booze and wine and
The gas rather than anything.
yeah, so the gas just built up in the coffin and just went
Wow.
bang like that.
Maybe it's just a story because
Not like flame explosion, but
Yeah.
gaseous, filth explosion.
maybe that was just a story that came from the fact that he was so heavy that they didn't do a good enough job of building the casket and it just fell through. And it became, it exploded.
Yeah, it exploded, guys. Turn it upside down. so they
Totally.
don't know.
I could see that being a thing. And you got to think as well, back then caskets couldn't, well then again they had like good building techniques even back in the day.
Yeah.
But potential human combustion before we get into that.
Before we get into anything though, sorry, I keep catching glimpses of my hair.
Oh, I see,
I look
okay.
fucking dashing, man.
You know what, it does look good.
It does.
With it shaved
Although
down.
you know what I hate?
Hmm.
I used to do this thing where I'd let my hair grow long, and then I'd cut it back, and I'd be like, oh, awesome, yeah, I just look like a young, cool guy. Not anymore.
cool.
Have you seen how many grey hairs are in my head?
No?
Check it out, Carl. Check it the fuck out.
Look, a couple.
There's a few, mate. There's some up there, and there's some along there. This is the first time ever I cut it off, and I was like, I look older.
You want to go, you want to have like the proper, like distinguished, a lot of grey look. If people pay for that, I'd pay for that.
I'm on the way to looking like Reed Richards.
Very slowly on the way.
Yeah.
You should do it. You should do it quicker. You should like be like, oh, screw it, it's
Commit
going to
to
get
it.
there.
Yeah,
put it in.
Yeah.
It's a distinguished look. I keep turning that way. I keep turning right to look at the camera because I'm used to doing it on the podcast. I can't remember it's over there. So I'm so ingrained to look that way for the camera. So weird when you're way around.
Yeah.
It's all flippy reversal world. I'm on the right arm for smoking now, which is good. That's one good thing. I've got comfortable smoking ability. I need to be for the microphone anyway, so I'll go with that.
Yeah, sorry. Spontaneous human combustion.
It's an explosive topic.
It is.
It is indeed. Sparks my imagination, I must say.
Yeah.
Does, man. Gets the fat going.
Yeah.
You don't want to chew the gristle on it, man.
Yeah.
Is that a
I
saying?
don't know.
Chew the meat. You're gonna chew on it. You're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard some famous ones. A lot of them as well. It's always the legs that are left over. Have you seen that?
I mean, that doesn't surprise me because like the legs aren't really involved in the whole gastric process, are they?
Makes sense. And from the sounds of it, it's like because obviously fire generally burns up, doesn't it? If it's
Yeah.
just left to go, like without any wind and that. So I think
Yeah.
it's that too. It's something to do. Some of them say it's like they're exposed to an open flame, whatever way.
Yeah.
Some of them kind of make out more than anything though that there's like a spark in you, which makes sense that you could kind of have a spark going. It's not the craziest
it's a chemical
thing.
reaction thing, isn't it? I mean, you don't even need a spark. You just need something that's creating enough heat to ignite what's there.
It's got like a crazy tiny spark.
Yeah.
It's still like
I was about to say,
we make electric, so
you don't even need a spark though, do you? Because like you can have just an electric heater next to some fucking petrol.
oh yeah,
That
yeah,
sets
yeah.
it on fire. It's
Yeah.
just temperature.
Got you. Okay.
So like if you're sat there with like some horrific brew that you've drank and it's like increasing your gut temperature to a point where it's going to detonate, and then you've already got stuff pressurized in there as well, and it's like building up further. I could see how it's possible.
Well, it is usually when
rare.
you're drinking. Yeah, not as rare as you'd think though.
Yeah.
Not like rare in regards to, you know, you're not going to see Bob down the road blow up and then go down to the pub and all of a sudden Mary's on fire as well.
Yeah.
Then you've probably got some kind of serial killer arsonist dude or lady, you know, 2022, let's be honest. Could be a lady killer, man killer, could
That's
be
what I
in between the
was
killer.
reminded watching American Horror Story Hotel.
You're reminded that women can kill too.
No, that serial killer woman that what's her name? Something. It's weird, but she used to just sort of walk along the fucking highway, getting hot rides off of guys,
Yeah.
like telling them she's gonna fuck them, and then just killing them in horrible fucking ways.
Oh.
She's brutal, man.
So like a I don't know if it's a name, like there's a name for it, like a Black Widow or
Kind
something.
of like that, yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah.
Like a sexy snoo time,
yeah, and then kill you.
and then a stabby
But she
stabby.
wasn't
Well, a
even that
stabby stabby
attractive.
time. Then
She was played by.
yeah, but any guy was.
Actually, that's the best way of finding out what her fucking name
Was
is.
it in the film with the blonde woman, or no? She just goes
Yeah.
after the one where she gets people that like are taking advantage of her because she makes like she's really
yeah,
drunk.
that's it. Yeah. That's
Oh.
it. Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I know what you're on about.
Yeah, you know who I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember her fucking name, but I don't need to bother because this is a chill podcast.
Yeah. I know what you're on. Well, I didn't know that was a real person.
Yeah, that's a real person.
What you
Yeah.
do then? What? Every time that the fridge, the freezer does that weird thing, whatever it does, that screen goes off.
That's fucked.
I don't know why, but you just saw it then. God knows why. Even when you take out everything, it's still that screen that does it.
That's so weird.
The computer doesn't. It's fine. It carries on.
Yeah.
Like it's good.
But that screen goes.
Just that screen, not the other one. Just that one.
That's gonna be fun when you're gaming.
I don't
Obviously,
game.
you can't really game on.
I don't game. Why is that so big? I don't know what happened here.
Oh, it's changed the resolution because you unlocked it. Don't worry, you can sort that very easily. You just right click
Because
on it.
I unlocked it, which means
Right click on it.
because I
A
took
bit
it
of
out.
tech support knowledge here.
Oh, it's not. Oh wait, it's
Right-click
gone
on
the
it,
wrong way completely.
That's alright, you can right click on it.
Flip
And then go
over.
to display settings.
Right.
Right, and then it'll come
Tech
up on there.
support.
'cause it's a brick.
Okay.
Right,
yeah.
now swap 2 over to the left.
Yeah.
And then change that to 1080 down in your settings.
Number 2.
No, yeah, you're there. 1080. Right up the top. Scroll up a bit.
Where?
Scroll up.
Oh.
There you go. 1920 by 1080. Oh, it looks
Oh.
like you can do 2040 by 1152.
Ah.
Keep changes, yeah. There you go.
Okay.
And
Cool.
that's tech support brought to you
Yeah.
by Kill Them With Comedy.
Nice. I dropped my phone. You didn't stop that from happening.
No, I didn't.
Where was the tech support on that one,
that's not a tech
motherfucker?
support issue, mate. That's a fucking user issue.
That's a tech support. My tech was not supported,
That's
so it
user-
fell down.
That's user error, mate.
It is. The tech support should stop the user from making an error, though. That's what tech support's supposed to do.
No, we fix the errors. If we can.
How are you going to fix
If we
spontaneous
don't,
human
then we tell
combustion?
you go fuck yourself and thanks for the money.
Oh, that works. That works, yeah. What are you going to do to stop me from spontaneously combusting as a human?
I think you're probably well on track because you're not, eating like a fucking pig and like drinking more alcohol than.
Okay, give me
Lemmy
time.
Henry.
Lenny Henry.
Lemmy. On a
Why are you
bit of bad
throwing
day.
Lenny Henry?
I don't know why I got Lenny
Why are you
Henry
putting him
there.
under the bus for,
I reckon
man?
he's a fucking
Jesus.
pisshead, though.
Alright, to be fair, I don't think he needs it. It's surely after a certain amount of getting punched in the head, you don't need to drink anymore because you probably feel it all the time.
Does Lenny Henry get punched in the head a lot?
It wasn't it. Oh wait, he wasn't a boxer, was he?
No. Lenny Henry's the fucking
Comedian, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't asked him in that case.
Yeah.
I hadn't asked him anyway, but especially in that case.
Lenny Henry's one of those weird guys. Like back in the day, Lenny Henry was everywhere, and everyone loved Lenny Henry. And now, like, if you see Lenny Henry in something, you kind of go, "Oh, it's gonna be a bit shit." Like,
Well, I think we're a bit biased because we're looking at it through a Brummy lens.
I don't know though, because
He's
like
a Brummy.
I like Lenny Henry, but like
Henry's good.
in all of the things I've seen him, he's just like he's not quite.
I'm guessing he's a
off.
stand-up. I've never really seen him do a
Yeah,
special.
I've seen it. His stand-up used
Yeah.
to be really good. I had one of his fucking specials on video.
I've never seen him do a special. That's the thing.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking funny, to be fair.
There's certain people I know are comics, and I've
It was
never
all like
seen them.
characters and shit as well, though. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I know are comics, but I've never seen them do a special. And at this point, it's like, I don't know if I want to.
Yeah.
And that's with older ones. I mean, newer ones too.
The new ones aren't really worth it. I mean, he's not really done that many stand-up things recently. He's sort of
I mean,
stopped
newer
doing
comics and
stand-up.
older comics.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just Lenny Henry in particular.
Yeah.
So,
I was like, okay.
he's involved in the group, sure.
Yeah.
He's in the group.
Yeah, I
But
don't
it's not
really-
just the Lenny Henry group, though.
There's not very much reason to go back and watch a lot of it.
Some people I did that
There's
I would
some that
go
are
back and watch.
iconic. There's like Bill Hicks. I still think everyone should watch.
I still haven't really watched much
Oh,
of
you
him.
should do. Richard Pryor. Everyone.
Yeah,
should
I've
fucking
watched him.
watch.
Eddie Murphy
George
as well.
Carlin. Everyone should watch.
Mm.
You know. Billy Connolly. Everyone should fucking watch.
I like Chris Rock too.
Chris Rock. That's definitely one. Ricky Gervais. As much as people.
Yeah, I
have a
like
problem
Ricky
with him,
Gervais.
You've got to watch him because he does some really good stuff.
That's much more the stuff I like. Like, I'm much more Ricky Gervais than, say... Oh, I don't know what I thought of it then. I'm going like, much more Ricky Gervais than Peter Kay.
Yeah.
Much more.
I don't have a problem with Peter Kay. Like a lot of people seem to look down on Peter Kay in some situations as oh well, he's doing jokes about things that he remembers. Yeah, well, is it funny? Well, yeah, that's good. That's fine.
I don't
Because
find
that's
it funny, but other people do.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. That's the thing. And like
Yeah.
some of his jokes are obviously tired and basically are parodies of themselves at this point. Like garlic bread,
See, that's the kind of stuff that's okay, but that's the kind of stuff that's more like, it's like a catchphrase from a TV show
Well,
more
exactly.
than
That's
anything.
it. It's more. It's like it's satire of itself at a certain point. Like you can't really do it with a straight face because everyone knows it's this ridiculous.
See, I don't even know that he does that on stage, though. So
I don't think he does it on stage anymore. I think he'll leave that to the fucking quote-unquote tribute acts. Oh my god. Can we talk about that?
What?
Stop. There's loads of tribute acts for comedians.
that doesn't work.
That doesn't work. You can't just do another comedian's stuff and go, oh, it's the tribute act. That's not what comedy's about. You're not being a stand-up comedian. You're not being a tribute act. You're just stealing someone else's jokes and doing them as your own. You're not a comedian.
If it was a special night where that was the night for some reason, then okay.
Yeah.
But just having that as somebody going around doing that would be weird, for example.
But there's loads of... There's a Peter Kay tribute
Should
act.
go around doing that.
There's a Billy Connolly tribute act. There's a fucking Dame Edna tribute act. Like, stop doing it. Stop it. Stop it.
It's better if they're dead, but it's still weird.
Just make it. The thing is, if you want to be inspired by these people and do something that's like in a similar kind of vibe of comedy, that's fine. That's what all comedians start off doing. You go like, I like these guys. I'm going to try and do something like that, and then eventually you find your voice. But you can't just copy someone else's set word for word off of the TV and call it a fucking show. That's not a show. They can go and get a DVD or watch it on Amazon Prime and they'll have a far better night because they can watch the actual professional comedian do it.
I get it more when it comes to tribute music.
Yeah.
I still don't
That's
like
a whole
it because I
different
feel
thing,
the same way, though.
Tribute bands aren't as good as the real band, but
Well,
there's
no.
obviously, but there's something about like playing music where like loads of people do cover bands and stuff like that.
Yeah, you
but
do
you
cover
don't
songs.
do cover comedy.
Yeah.
Cover comedy is fucking joke thieving. That's what that is.
It's openly joke thieving.
Yeah.
It's fully not even trying to hide it. You're literally, that's the whole thing. You're
I'm a
identity
tribute
stealing.
act. No, you're not. You're not that person.
Like I said, it'd be fun to see if for one night if there's people that are dead as well. If they're not dead, then you definitely shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
But if they're dead, then at least you're not going to see them. So there's something to it there. But
even
I can't imagine being the person going around like all the time doing that.
What's the most depressing tribute act that someone could be as a comedian?
Oh God, that's the question, Elliot.
I think Michael McIntyre's up there.
So we're including people that are alive as well then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Live and dead, yeah.
Michael McIntyre, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
Peter Kay's got to be one too. I
The
think.
fact that man's doing it is shameless.
Is there someone actively doing that?
Yeah.
Is it
That's an
in
actual
our
thing.
circle?
Yeah, no, not in our circle. These guys go and do their own thing, and they go and do
just
like
go
corporate
wherever.
shit and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can imagine getting a lot of corporate gigs.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, I remember that one.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
you remember that one? It's like, yeah, you got no fucking soul.
The thing when it comes to doing music, which is one thing I was going to say, like there's a lot more money in tribute
Yeah.
acts.
Yeah.
Like I know someone who was a musician and he does tribute music as well in like a Rage Against the Machine cover. It was just more about the money though. I think he just does that more nowadays.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's just easier, and it
Yeah.
like than getting your own name out there.
Yeah,
A
but
lot easier.
that's sad though.
It is.
Like there's great creative artists out there who are stuck doing tribute acts.
Yeah.
You know, and my dad
choice, though.
did like a cover band. He was in a cover band. That's what the Hamsters were. They played covers.
A cover band's different than a tribute act anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. But they did do a tribute show every now and then, which would be all Jimi Hendrix or all ZZ Top or whatever. But like,
That's still different anyway though. You take it the whole
and they were doing
identity
different
normally.
things on different nights, and they had their own flair, and they finished it in their own way. It was their own act,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
played the songs in their own way. But it was a tribute to those bands on those nights, you know.
It's not the same thing, but in the same way, if everyone that does covers or a tribute act, then it would be like saying weird. I was a tribute act.
Yeah.
It's a completely different thing, but
But that's the thing as well. You've got so many opportunities for different kinds of flair within that. Because like you listen to the Hamsters play Jimi Hendrix, and it's so much cleaner than Jimi Hendrix ever would have played it because they're not fucking high. You know, and like it's a different kind of vibe. But the people love the music, and Barry's got a fucking amazing voice, and they're not trying to be Jimi Hendrix. They're just being the Hamsters playing some of your favourite old school jams. And that's why I love the way my dad did it, right? You can't do that with a fucking comedic act. Again, you can't just go in and go
physically
I'm
you
just going
can.
to take a load of Lee Evans jokes, I'm going to take a load of Peter Kay jokes, I'm going to take a load of Ricky Gervais jokes, and I'm going to mix them all in together, and then I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm a great act now. No, you're not. You're a plagiarist. It's a different fucking vibe, and you've got to understand that.
Imagine going to a comedy show and somebody just turned up now doing a tribute to Norm Macdonald. That's all they did, was that all the time.
That's the worst. We found it. There we go. That's the worst one someone could do.
That would be the worst one at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Not even out of like, you know, it's too soon or that. It's just they would be like, you can't do it.
You can't do that.
You just can't. Especially when it's somebody. That's the thing with comedians too. Why it doesn't work is because it's all about
that person's personality.
the personality.
And your pale
the
imitation
response.
of it isn't going to nearly match the real thing.
You can literally just copy the words that they said once. You can't match the personality.
Like, I can't imagine. They must fall apart, most of these acts, the minute anyone heckles them.
Someone says anything to
Because
them.
they've got nothing.
Yeah.
They've got all they've got is that fucking material, and they've never worked on it any other fucking capacity.
There might have a few, depending on who it is. Like if you're Jimmy Carr act, for example, you'd have one or two comebacks ready to go. Like you'd say, sorry, I would give you my comeback, but you'd have to wipe it off your mum's teeth.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's
So you do one or two, you don't know?
But that's it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, again, you don't have that ability to control a crowd in the same way, and that's what being a stand-up comedian actually is.
Some people
it's
might.
not just having the material, it's also being able to produce that material time after time in a way that always makes people laugh, and even when you're knocked off kilter, still being able to come back to the stuff and be funny even when you're not on doing the stuff. You've got to be able to just be fucking funny at a drop of a hat, no matter what happens. And I'm not there yet. I'm not a fucking full-blown professional comedian because I can't handle half of that shit. But
I'm funny all the time. I can't help it. I'm just funny all the
But
time.
I'm
Not
not
a great
going on
comic yet, but
yeah, but I'm not going onto a stage pretending that I'm fucking Billy Connolly with a fucking grey wig on, acting like I'm fucking King Dick.
I mean, it would be a good look on you though.
Yeah, well, it would.
I don't know about the King Dick part, but the long hair anyway, long grey hair.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's just these people need to fucking stop, man. They need to be stopped.
I'm glad I've never come across them.
Yeah, they suck.
Like, it's a lot of people. We learned this recently. A lot of people have never met trans people and stuff, and yet everyone has such an opinion. Whereas as a comedian, you have met a lot of trans people.
Yeah.
I'm happy to say I've met more trans people though than tribute comedy acts, and that is something I am happy to say.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
I'm okay with that.
That's fucking good. Yeah.
Do you want to know what I was going to put forward to you today as like a little topic? I got a few things to talk about as well though, but as always, little topics that we can always go to. But one thing I thought I can actually mention today that we've always meant to get to, and not the full story, but just in particular, the murder of Jeffrey Epstein.
Ooh.
Notice how I use that word in particular?
Yeah.
Yeah. But before we get to the particular death of him though, I thought from more memory than anything, because it'd be more fun trying to remember the story beforehand, leading up to the death. We'll call it a death for now.
So he gets, what is it, indicted or something? Is it indicted? No, it's not indicted, because is that a fucking political thing? Anyway, he gets fucking arrested.
It was all political too.
Yeah, he gets arrested.
Yeah.
Gets put in jail.
The first time.
Yeah.
No,
I mean when he's dying.
Recently.
No, when Jeffrey Epstein, when he died.
Yeah, I was saying the story before that though as well, like, he got arrested a bit of time ago. I can't remember the dates and stuff, we don't have to go into that much detail. The one thing Jeffrey Epstein definitely wasn't that bothered about, it was the specific dates of things. Yeah. Like,
the other interesting
when
one's
things happened, when people were born.
Yeah, the other one interesting was McAfee.
McAfee's another interesting, not as interesting.
Not
I think
as
that was
interesting, because that guy's literally fucking insane, but that's why it's interesting.
Yeah, he was insane.
He's like Epstein if he was written by Quentin Tarantino. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Let's look at it that way, then we'll look at a different, like, type of similar death first then.
Yeah.
So you might know more about that McAfee. I don't
actually know. I don't know the story. I just know that it's fascinating.
I did watch the documentary, but a lot of it was just him saying stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get off some of the details now actually from McAfee and exactly how he died.
Can I have one of these chicken shits?
Yeah. That's why they're there.
Chicken shits.
They're not Kia. So some fried chicken straws, and apparently it's a Christmas thing for some reason. I don't know why.
Fried chicken shit.
Yeah, they're reduced as well. I got 2 boxes, so if you don't eat them today, they go out of date. Which means I would then eat them tomorrow. Which you've always got an extra day on things.
Day or two.
Yeah.
Depending,
If it's in the fridge, just turn the fridge up. You're good.
Have a sniff. Does it smell like it's bad? If it smells like it's bad, it's probably bad.
Do you want to put John McAfee in there? Because it's all the way over there. It's kind of lovely, isn't it? It's like having two... For anyone that is just, listening and can't see, I got like a double screen action going on right now. Yes, I'm going to brag about my setup because they won't normally get to see it, but now they get to see it in all its glory.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you need the mouse, don't you, though?
Do I?
Well, I can use this. John McAfee. Put death in as well.
Cause of death.
So, on 23rd of June 2021, McAfee was found dead in his prison.
Yep.
In his prison cell at the Bryans 2 Penitentiary Centre near Barcelona. Oh yeah, he was all in Spain and that, weren't he? Yeah. He was trying to hide from the government. The Spanish National Court ordered his extradition to the United States on criminal charges filed by Tennessee by the United States Department of Justice Tax Division. Yeah, it was a tax evasion
avoiding
thing.
tax, and they were going to bring him in and die, sort of depose or whatever it is. Fucking take the shit they wanted from his information, and someone didn't want the information that he had going to the US government, basically. So.
Yeah. Which isn't really that surprising.
No.
You can read that for me. Is there anything interesting now?
On June 23rd, 2021, he was found dead in his prison cell, hours after the Spanish National Court ordered his extradition. So literally hours. They had someone in there.
Also, after he confirmed his suicide.
The Catalan Justice Department said everything indicates he killed himself by hanging. We've heard that one before.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that with Mr. Epstein in a moment.
An official autopsy confirmed his suicide, and we know more about that as well. So. This is the thing. There are very distinct similarities between this and Epstein's death.
Yeah.
But I think this one's going to be less well,
reported,
covered up
that.
eventually.
This one, oh yeah, it literally says there. Look at the comparisons to the Jeffrey Epstein was found dead. Oh, so this was before that. I didn't even realise that then. So this was after Epstein. Okay. But as far as what I know, because McAfee, why are they even saying that it's anything to do with people with conspiracy? He was hiding for tax evasion, but what's that got to do with? Because there was something.
He was always talking about conspiracies around him and stuff like that, and saying that he knew, very important people, and those people were trying to get him and stuff like that. And he started surrounding himself with guns and hookers and women. And, he was living a bit like a fucking,
like a gangster Hugh Hefner.
Like a gangster Hugh Hefner, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very accurate description.
Yeah. Which I respect. You can't not.
And the thing is, you can ask whether... The thing is, everyone always assumes it's he was always like that. Well, you can ask as well, was he like that always, or was he sort of paranoid about what he knew and therefore did all that kind of stuff? That's where the conspiracy comes in. Now, I don't believe the conspiracy necessarily with McAfee, because he does genuinely seem like he was fucking mental.
Yeah, he was just saying shit.
But Epstein didn't seem like he was mental. Epstein seemed like everything was there.
Yeah, not that kind of mental anyway. Yeah.
He was sick and twisted, but he wasn't mental.
Yeah.
No,
I could with McAfee. I know there was one thing. It was supposed to be that when he died, there was going to be a dead man switch, whatever they call it, and all this stuff was supposed to be released, but it never happened.
Yeah.
But Epstein though.
Oh, hang on.
Do I need to pause? I can't even find the. Where is it? There it is. But yeah, when it comes to Epstein, though, that is a completely different thing. I don't know with McAfee how much of the actual death. I know it says on there it was a suicide.
Yeah.
But I don't know any specific details. But I know specific details with Epstein.
Yeah.
Before we even have to look at my phone or any of that, I know that there was all these things around. So he I forget where he was called. I can have a look. I've got it loaded up on here already. So on August the 10th, 2019, guards found the American financer. I mean, that's a bit broad, first of all.
Yeah.
American financer.
Yeah.
We don't really know where his money came from. And convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, unresponsive in his Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York. He was awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. After prison guards performed CPR, he was transported in cardiac arrest to New York Downtown Hospital and pronounced dead at 6:39 a.m. The New York City medical examiner ruled Epstein's death was a suicide by hanging. Epstein's lawyers challenged the medical examiner's conclusion and opened their own investigation, hiring pathologist Michael Baden. And that sets up all the questioning and stuff, all the questions, behind
the actual death of Epstein.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, there was the cameras. So he was on suicide watch in general because apparently he tried to kill himself a few weeks before.
Yeah.
So he was on watch and being checked every half an hour, and there was supposed to be so an actual security guard went and checked every half an hour. There's supposed to be 24/7 recording on him, the whole shebang.
Yeah, the whole Wiswell.
The cameras stopped working.
Don't ignore that word. It was brilliant.
What was that?
Wiswell.
Wiswell.
Yeah.
It was a whole Wiswell.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
how.
like fucking Shakespeare, motherfucker. I make words.
That's got to be the name of the episode now. The Jeffrey Epstein for whistle. You have to come back to me and how to spell it, though.
Yeah, for
Okay.
whistle. Yeah.
But yeah, the cameras are off. They were fizzled. For Wizard.
For Wizard.
They were for Wizard straight out.
Yeah.
The people apparently didn't go. No, they fell asleep, hadn't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They all fell asleep. At
Yeah,
the
the
same time.
two
It's
guards.
so cozy in the prison.
I mean,
Let's all get together, have some cookies and milk, and sit down.
Chaps, I keep smacking that. Sorry.
yeah, just push it back if you're gonna keep hitting it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't hurt my screen.
I'm sorry.
My screen is sexy.
Mhm.
What was I? I completely forgot what I was fucking saying now.
No, it was the whole for Wizard, mate.
The whole for Whistle. Yeah. Yeah, I understand like one of them being asleep, but both of them being asleep. Went on suicide check as well.
Yeah.
I suppose. And this guy, it's not like just a random dude. First of all, at this point, we knew that he'd already had the first charge, like years ago, which is a whole thing like that we could get into. But that's probably for a whole separate podcast of its own. The whole lead up and everything going to it. And I think at this point as well, most people know everything before it. Pretty much. That he was.
You'd think so, yeah.
Well, I mean, what are the basics? Just that he was done before for like child trafficking or child prostitution, basically.
And he also had a lot of information on people because he took people to the island and then sort of, saw them in these situations.
Well, that's the
photographed them.
unconfirmed technically. But
Yeah, it's unconfirmed technically, but like he was quite clearly extorting people for information.
that's obviously what it is, which is why they like where the whole.
Which means, and this is the thing, like people would go, was he CIA? Was he this? Was he that? He'd probably freelance.
Probably, yeah.
Like, he probably gave anyone what they wanted if they paid enough.
Yeah, he realised like somewhere along the line he figured out what to do and then got himself in a situation, got the first amount of money, got more and more, was able to build it up more and more.
Yeah.
It's like a pyramid scheme, wasn't it? How it was like referred to.
Well, sort of, yeah.
Pyramid sex trafficking scheme. Yeah. It was a pyramid sex trafficking scheme, like the way, because like you had people like below that would get people and then like get them.
Yeah, get them to come over, and then he'd get the ones that he wanted, and he'd introduce those to the people that he wanted to introduce them to.
Which is how the
for
money
himself and his fucking filthy wife.
It's how the money was like building up, but then also with the people he would get in, the rich, powerful people. He would get like stuff on him. He would there'd be like cameras all over his island and stuff, weren't there?
Yeah.
So they would have obviously been recordings of people doing this. As a lot other people have pointed out, whether knowingly or not, whether they were underage.
Yeah.
I mean, after the first one, no, and a lot of people did know, like Prince Andrew, he knew, like, for example, that he'd been done for trafficking before. He knew him enough that he would know. Clinton had been on the plane with him, like, 12 times or 8 times or something.
Yeah.
So he would have known him enough that he'd have known that stuff.
Yeah.
So they can't say, oh, we just didn't know he was doing any of that. It's like, how could you
fucking
not?
did.
How
Sorry.
could you not?
Yeah.
Sorry. And if you don't, you really should think about who you're chilling with more. You should look at them and question everyone a little bit at least.
Yeah.
Especially if you were someone that used to be in charge of the country.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's part of what the
National
secret...
secrets are fucking important.
Then isn't there a secret service for that very reason? Isn't that a thing?
You'd think so.
Which is why
But
they...
if you've got all of ththose fucking Secret Service boys enjoying their own little bit of teenage pussy, then all is fine in the Epstein house.
Yeah, you got it all. You got all the whole like party, like the back party of
look,
like Secret Service too.
You're a big burly Secret Service man. Have I introduced you to this 18-year-old Taiwanese lady?
So and then you suddenly got an ex-president and a whole team of Secret Service people at your disposal. Then,
Yeah.
so you can see why they would have just decided and who was to kill him. Because bear in mind who was in power at the time
you
as
can imagine
well.
Clinton being loose as shit around it as well. Like fucking the way he was in the White House in the Oval Office getting his dick sucked.
Oh yeah.
I did not have sex with that. Like you can imagine just in there like, you guys don't have to pay attention. You guys go have fun.
Yeah. Oh, to the Secret
this
Service.
room
Yeah.
alone with this, how old are you? Don't say how old you are. We're gonna have some fun.
And Bill Clinton would be the kind of guy, unless they're all into specifically kids. Like a lot of people say that, like that everyone's or the elite, into specifically kids and that. I mean, that's probably more of a thing you could just assume about all the elite.
Yeah.
But someone like Clinton, for example, I could totally imagine him being the kind of person who just goes in, doesn't even think about, like, in a bad way, I mean, doesn't even think about age. Like, you know, he's just walking, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like, it's a better way of putting it.
Yeah. Where are we in the world? Well, they got different rules here.
And these are just examples of names we know as well. Like, these are specific names we know. And Bill Gates as well, I know, was around him a lot.
Yep.
Bill Gates, Prince Andrew. And there's pictures of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell in this... Football. Yeah, probably. Yeah. In this log cabin. And then it's the Queen's log cabin anyway.
Yeah.
It just shows a picture and that. You can understand why people think he was killed. Like, just from that alone, but even before looking at the physical evidence.
Yeah.
Just the idea, you can understand why the idea of a conspiracy came about. Yeah. Before you even then point out that he was on suicide watch and the people just didn't go and check on him.
Yeah.
Before you point out the cameras that were watching him 24/7 just didn't work at that time.
Yeah, that was fine.
Okay. The cellmate he had was like a prison killing guy, like a career criminal at this point, like a career murderer.
Yeah. That's all fine.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Carl? Stop looking so much for problems with this case, alright?
Well, I think he was moved out already before he was killed, though.
Yeah, but still.
I don't think they actually reported who was in the cell with, who was his cellmate at the time. I haven't seen anything about that. But he had one.
Yeah.
But then, once you get into the cell and look at how he actually killed himself, so he was hanging apparently.
It wasn't even that, it was like when they did the autopsy report, it's like, yeah, he couldn't have fucking caused this much damage if he was hanging himself.
Oh yeah, you mean
it literally broke his fucking neck, like he couldn't have done that.
Okay, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, so they had a specific forensic person look at it, and it's probably that guy they mentioned there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they looked at it, and there's a bone that broke on him in the neck.
Yeah, in the back of the neck, and he's like, yeah, you don't get that from hanging yourself.
Yeah, he said he's literally never seen it from suicide. He's only ever seen it from a homicide.
Yeah. From someone strangling someone else.
Mm-hmm, or pulling and breaking the neck or something. Yeah. I think it was more of a pull, weren't it?
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to put a lot of force in to sort of crush the larynx, and then like you're just gonna go crack like that. But like the way he was doing it, it would have gone up like that and into his neck. Like it wouldn't have sort of snapped at the back.
Just the fact that, as he said, he'd never seen it before, hasn't seen it since. That enough right there is enough for me to say, well, it probably wasn't that then.
Yeah.
Odds are, it's weirder to say, oh, well, it definitely was a suicide then.
Yeah, it's got to be.
That's the weirder way of looking at it.
But people have still stopped talking about it as well. People have, like...
Yeah.
People don't talk about Epstein anymore. COVID happened and fucking, you know... World War III's coming, so don't worry about any of that stuff where your government
didn't even care about the aliens
in the background. Yeah, don't worry about aliens. Yeah.
But this is the one thing though with Epstein, because he died. Whether you say whether it was a murder or a suiciding,
he's dead.
He's dead, which meant all the stuff never got out in trial.
Yeah.
Which means that it never became public knowledge, and the names were never there. We've never seen a list from it.
Yeah.
Technically, it never had to be put out. Like I said, if it was on trial, then you would have had to have the evidence there.
Yeah.
So you would have seen it all been in the public eye. But because he died before that never happened, conveniently.
Convenient, that. So convenient.
Another person highly rumoured to have been on there a lot, and he definitely knew him. He just quotes about him talking to him with pictures. Was Trump, who just happened to be in power at the time.
Yeah. He
was in charge of the country.
Yeah.
So, the idea that this place in New York, which, you know, it's New York as well.
Yeah.
It's not. It's definitely a part of America that Trump had a lot of control in too.
Yeah, he did. He had a lot of support in Florida.
Oh, and it was New York.
Oh, New York. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, he had not that much support in New York.
Well, he'd been there a lot, though. I mean, he's got a lot of buildings and stuff there. He's probably got enough business way as being the president too to make a couple of people look the other way anyway.
You're probably right.
While a team of other people went in, there could have been like a group of these people that actually did the murdering, got it done.
Yeah.
Or one lone guy. What's that lone?
The thing is, you can't escape the government apart from moving to a different country, and even then, that doesn't save you.
Even then, yeah.
Just look at fucking Russia with the poisoning. I mean, you don't think that shit happens in this country as well, when people have got secrets and they get out, then
Yeah, they're poisoning.
You're kidding yourself. They don't poison people in that way because that's like a weird show of force. Because like you want to be seen if you're doing that because it's so blatant and obvious and a weird way of killing people.
Well, they've killed like a couple of people here.
Yeah.
Like by murder, but I think they do it to try and be quiet in their
No, but that's the point.
mind.
Because there's hundreds of different ways where you could kill those people and make it look completely like an accident and no one would have known.
Well, yeah.
That is a show of force. They are going like, yeah, we did this, but you're going to call us on it and we're going to say, nah, we didn't do it and we don't give a shit.
But at the same time, though, it's a lot harder to prove that they did do the poisoning. Like technically, like
yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, because of the time after and that. So it's kind of smarter in a way that they can't legally prove anything. So it's not so much of a loud show of force.
It's
legally.
The thing is, it's not. But again, there's ways to make that happen without even people even knowing it was a fucking thing that happened. Whilst Russia chose to fucking use radioactive materials, which are easily traceable.
Definitely traceable to this country anyway. Yeah.
It's like, oh, come the fuck on.
No one in this country is getting fucking Novak.
Novichok or whatever.
Novichok, which is literally being made over there and stuff.
Like, oh, come the fuck on. Like again, it's that thing where it's like we're gonna have enough like. Oh, it's not us to prove that it's to play the cards of like, oh, it couldn't be us. We would never do such a thing. But you're also going to make it just obvious enough that it's you that everyone's like, well, we know what happens now if we fight with Russia. It's that balancing point, and Russia's been doing that for fucking years.
Well, I reckon, like we put my tinfoil hat on and go to the real world for a sec before we get back to Epstein.
Yeah.
The recent thing that happened when Poland got hit by missiles.
Yeah, and initially they were all like, yeah, it was definitely Russian missiles.
Well, they're still saying it was Russian missiles, I think, but they're saying it was accidental.
They're saying it was Ukrainian missiles.
They said that for a bit, but I swear they're saying it's Russian missiles again now, didn't they?
Really? Are they? Okay, that's interesting.
Well, that was a couple of days ago. I can check it right here, though, which is one cool thing. I'm going to put this over here, because I can't see it over there, though. Let's have a look, see then. So, Poland hit by inflation, no. It's a whole different thing.
Missile.
1945, I don't want a 1945 one. No. Mr. Poland and the border Ukraine to decode and attack on Ukrainian cities and energy facilities by Russia. Yeah. So it was by Russia. So it was Russian weapons, but apparently basically.
Joe Biden was out there saying like, "Oh, it was Ukraine."
I saw that they said that for a bit. It's like, why the hell? First of all, why is Biden the one out there saying it? It's like, you weren't there, dude.
Biden
how can you say for sure?
Saying anything?
No.
Biden should be saying nothing behind closed doors. That's what Biden should be doing.
He can't finish the sentences that he's saying.
No, he can't.
And this is me saying that as well. I didn't finish what I was saying then because I got distracted by something. It sounded like the table was making bubble noises.
It probably was.
I'm sure it definitely was. Yeah. But as Russia though, it kind of felt to me like they were kind of just poking the bear a bit, seeing what would happen if they, if they hit Poland, because why hit something so close to the border, knowing it could totally just sway over and hit Poland? You just why do that?
Yeah, it's that thing. It's like, what can we get away with?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like poking the bear, because technically they attacked a NATO country there. That's like
they did.
A NATO could go to war with them right now. Yeah, but they're not.
No.
Because then if they did that, the Ukrainian...
They accidentally bombed the wrong country. It's fine that they're blowing up Ukraine, but they accidentally bombed Poland, and that would have been a problem.
Well, not.
But it was an accident.
Yeah, apparently
so
not.
Fine.
Apparently, it was not a problem.
Yeah, it's an accident.
Yeah, it's fine. They were meaning to blow up this other country.
Jesus Christ! Do you understand how much of a pussy you've just seen to the man?
It's silly as well, because we could.
And
sure NATO
still
could
sat
bash
there
them.
staring at Taiwan like, yeah, this is getting fucking tasty now.
Yeah, they just iron it up and just imagining what they can do.
Yeah.
It's like if only it's like to
It's
them,
like,
it's like
oh well,
do
NATO
better.
doesn't give a shit about this, and America are a bunch of pussies, and they're not going to do anything. So we can just fucking take it.
They just all it's proven. This is proving that NATO want the money more than anything from from the Ukrainian stuff, because like the more, well, just the power and control of Ukraine more than anything is what they want.
Yeah.
They're just doing it in the guise of we're defending you in this war.
Yeah.
Which they are. They're putting the money in and defending them. But as I said many times, with all the other countries that are being attacked and that over the world, and over just over the past decade or stuff too, this is the only time when
because
we've stepped in.
It's Europe's crops. That's what it is. It's all of Europe's wheat and fucking things like that.
And the lithium reserves down
Yeah,
there
and
too,
it's like
or whatever it
all of
makes
that
lithium.
shit is really fucking important, and it's always been flowing into Europe because they've got open relations with Ukraine and everything's fine, and come and trade and everything's beautiful. And then Russia have just been sat there like, I want it though. And so like they've come in with their big greasy hands and they go like, we want to take this country now, and there's not very much you're going to be able to do to stop us because we know you're a bunch of pussies.
Yeah.
So we're just going to gradually erode it for like a few years until it's ours.
And it's like how at first as well they wouldn't acknowledge that the gas and electric going up was because of the Russia thing.
Yeah.
Now they totally acknowledge
Now
it.
they acknowledge it, it's fine, but originally it's like, no, it won't affect us at all, we'll be absolutely fine.
For ages, even while the gas and electric was up, they were still saying that and just not acknowledging that it was because of that.
Yeah.
Coming up with all these other reasons, and it's like, just what?
Admit what it is.
I was saying this to Mum so many times we were watching the news. I was like, they're just not admitting this, and then one day they just started saying it. I was like, look,
Yeah.
news just go with what they want.
Yeah, they do. It's like when COVID first happened as well, because like when COVID first happened, I was watching it on the news and they were like, and it's a new pandemic. The people are saying it could be a new pandemic, but don't worry about it. It's not going to be anything big. It's just going to be this tiny little thing. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because every single other time they've done a story on an infection, it's always been, it's going to be this big, terrifying thing. And it's turned out to be nothing. But this time they're telling everyone, don't worry about it. It's going to be absolutely fine. Don't think about it. It'll be all okay. And then suddenly, guess what? It fucking wasn't.
That's weird, that.
It's like, it's how obvious can you fucking be, man? That's a really good idea. Yeah. But like, how obvious can it be? And it's like with this shit as well. It's like they're telling us all the time, like, Russia's not going to be a problem. Don't worry about Russia. Russia keep getting their asses handed to them. Don't look at Russia. They're so poor. Look at how shitty Russia is. And I'm sitting there going, well, what did you tell me before about COVID, motherfucker? I don't believe you. I don't believe that everything's fine because you keep telling me everything's fine.
It's a bit hard to believe it when you keep saying it.
Yeah.
What?
It kicked in again.
Oh, he did it again. So he just does it every time. I don't. For audio listeners, you can't see my monitor is magic.
Yeah.
Or the freezer's magic.
The freezer is magic.
I don't know what happens. Even once I took it out, put it in different extension leads, and it still does it. It's magical.
But yeah, no, like, you see my point though. It's like after a while you start to see the pattern of like you're just lying about this.
Oh yeah, I mean which specific one in general though? Because everything that the government do, like, as you know though, I don't believe in most governmental conspiracies because I think they're shit too. So they couldn't get most of these put together. I started questioning a lot of the UFO, or some of the UFO ones I started questioning. But that's a different podcast than today. But some of them, I looked at them though, some of the original ones, like the Go Fast, the Gimbal, and the Tic Tac.
Yeah.
I jive with all
I
them.
talked about this the other time.
Oh, okay. yeah. I jive with all them stuff. Okay, that's
Yeah, I'm fine.
But yeah, the Epstein thing then, yeah. So he got his neck done, so it was broken in a way like that.
Yeah, a way that literally you can't do. Well, not literally you can't, but a man has never seen before in all of his time of doing his job.
That means enough for it to me. Like that's
It's not like the guy wasn't fucking, experienced as well. He's seen thousands of dead people.
yeah.
He's probably seen hundreds of that kind of death.
Yeah. Did you get your Lucas A? There's that Lucas A sport in there for you,
Oh,
Silver,
shit.
if you want.
Yeah. I'll take a fucking Lucas Ziggler's pickle.
Lucas pickle.
Yeah.
In that case, like, you know, seen it that many times, like, I buy that that's just definitely the case. If you get killed, if you do suicide, that won't happen. So that's one thing, though. But it's the fact of how he hung himself, too. Like, it wasn't at all. Oh, fuck yeah. It wasn't...
Oh, is that CBD oil?
What? Oh, yeah, you can have one if you want.
No, bro, I've got to show you something.
Oh, you got... Did you know there's medical marijuana in the chemist now?
Is there?
Yeah, I went in there the other day and there's signs in there of actually, like, asking the chemist for about getting medical marijuana. And just for different things like depression and anxiety are one of them, naturally. So if you've got any history on that...
Oh, I've got to try and get this shit.
Migraines and cluster headaches are another one. So I actually might... like.
Depression and anxiety is the thing for me, like, every time.
Have you got it, like, noted down, though? Like,
Yeah,
on you?
I've got a history of that.
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Yeah.
Same though, like, you know, with the tablets I take too, and also the general headache stuff for me, because that's fully noted. I take tablets as well for that.
It also helped me with
for
insomnia. I couldn't sleep. That was a real big problem with it. I just literally, you just burn one down and suddenly you're asleep. It's like, that is
helps a
fucking
lot.
gold. That is unfucking real.
It would be a lot better with medical marijuana though too. Just in general, why you know, this is the first step for it to get in recreational. You know, because for anyone listening in America, fuck you, or you've already got it. It's the one thing that America's better at than us.
Yep.
Freedoms. Freedom. They do care about the freedoms more. They're better at reacting when they get the freedoms taken away as well.
Portland at one point?
They're better at protesting.
Portland at one point was apparently thinking about, like, legalizing fucking hallucinogens. Because there's, you know, evidence to show that they can benefit people. So they're like, yeah well, you know, fuck
if
it.
done in a safe way, it can be like shrooms are a good thing, like little, especially like microdoses and stuff. Whatever they call
that's
it.
an interesting concept.
I think that's more the way I'd like to go about it.
But this
Microdosing.
little CBD vape.
Oh yeah, goddamn man, they're good. You always want to have a CBD vape. Where's my CBD ping pong? There's my CBD vape.
Yeah.
I got a raspberry and lime one.
Nice. I got what is it? Fruit punch.
Fruit punch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's so much nicer than a fucking
cigarette.
a nicotine one as well.
Oh yeah, definitely, and you get the benefits of it.
I don't like nicotine. I don't want it to be in my life for that much longer.
I don't mind nicotine. I have
I
no
like
issues with
nicotine in one specific way, and that's when I used to finish. And I think I'm gonna start doing this.
When you
again
used to
'cause it was
finish.
no, wait. When I used to finish an episode of Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse, I used to have a cigar afterwards.
Okay.
And it would be like up to £20 I'd spend on a single cigar.
Okay, that's an expensive episode then.
That's it. But that's the thing. It takes like 3 months to make an episode.
Oh, okay.
So I get to the end of it. It's like I have one nice big juicy cigar, and celebrate it. And like for the first 3 episodes, I did that, and then I stopped doing it, and then I stopped like making the episodes. I think I need to get back into doing it. To give myself that sort of, you know...
You should have a big blunt instead, like cigar spliff.
No, man,
that'd be the best thing.
Genuinely, because I went in there and I had a Romeo and Juliet, which is the same kind of cigar, which it's a Monte Cristo, first of all, if you know the name Monte Cristo.
Right, I don't know what that is.
Beautiful.
Is this a type of cigar? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was I think it's Monte Cristo. It's one of the ones that
Cubans
Churchill
are
used to
not
smoke.
allowed, are they?
Yeah.
I know that.
It's one of the ones that Churchill used to smoke.
Okay.
And my God, man, that is fucking... Oh, it's fucking beautiful, man.
Churchill's
It is
racist.
so smooth. It is so delicious.
I like a cigar. I mean, it's fine, but I just take it. It's just like a powerful cigarette to me.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why I think tobacco should be had. Tobacco should be had
nicotine
at once.
as well.
And nicotine should be had at once in one big chunky grove.
Oh, okay, I see. That's when you're
That's
happy to fuck with
that's when
tobacco, nicotine.
that's when I think that works. Because not only that, but apparently that's the way like Native Americans used to use it as well. They didn't used to like smoke it all the time because they knew it was bad for themselves like that. But they used it.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
During like get-togethers and spiritual events. And
They used to
shit like
use
that.
tobacco leaves to wrap up though, like in the same way they use blunts for like herbs and stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Whatever the herbs were they were smoking, we all know what herbs they were smoking.
And they were. But so was Henry VIII, and so was Shakespeare. They found evidence of that in the pipes that they used.
But actually, there's not that much evidence of Shakespeare in general, though, is there, of who the person himself was?
Well, it's actually not quite as clear cut as people like to make it out, because like there wasn't that much evidence of people back then to begin with anyway.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah. There wouldn't be much left over in general.
But the thing is, the idea is that, it was all Francis Bacon, but Francis Bacon wrote a shitload of fucking plays anyway.
I was just a different person.
Yeah,
I think that Shakespeare was a pseudonym for him.
Yeah, for Francis Bacon.
Okay. It wouldn't be surprising. But Shakespeare wrote a fuckload anyway, though, didn't he? Shakespeare wrote a fuckload himself, though, didn't he?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Francis Bacon wrote a shitload, and Shakespeare wrote an utter shitload.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I thought I heard it was like also thought about it could be multiple people with Shakespeare, but you thought he would have got out if so.
That's potentially possible. It could have been a pseudonym that a lot of people used.
If it was a small group and they all died at the same time, then maybe. But I thought there would have been evidence come out of that somewhere along the line. It wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, no, I know. That's the thing. It's like, to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And like we've got fucking pictures painted of the dude. Like.
Well, yeah. True. Yeah.
That tends to help.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they're portraits done in the portrait style that everyone else was done in a portrait style.
I do buy the idea now, though, more of religion should have been based on like the whole like herbs and stuff, like mushrooms, like we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
I totally buy that, don't I? It makes sense as well. Like, I'm still amazed by like the whole Dead Sea Scrolls thing.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
But the fact that means like that's like the earliest last testament. The Old Testament.
Old Testament.
Yeah, not the Last Testament.
Yeah. The Last Testament.
Yeah, that's more of a die.
Yeah.
Not an earlier. It's quite the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that whole concept though. We're getting very off Jeffrey Epstein actually. Wait. Yeah, the one thing I want to say about Jeffrey Epstein, which I thought was like the weirdest too, was he apparently hung himself.
Yeah.
But the way he did it was by tying up different like jumpsuits.
And
off the ceiling, was it? But the ceiling wasn't that high anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't. Was it even the ceiling? Was it like the window frame at the top or something like that?
Yeah,
it was weird, man.
I'm gonna have a look at Jeffrey Epstein death scene because I know that I've seen the picture.
You make it sound like it's a Hollywood movie and he's like cradled in someone's arms while he's telling him to see his sweetheart and tell her that he loves her.
Who would play Epstein in a movie?
Who would play Epstein in a movie? I had a really good thought in my head then for a second, then it disappeared. Steven Seagal.
Oh, I don't think he has the chops to pull it off.
He's unlikable enough.
Yeah, I'll give you that. He's definitely got the unlikability.
Can you imagine him just walking? Like, he knows exactly how to play the scene when he was like perving on a 14-year-old girl. Like, yeah, come in here, baby.
There'll be some actors out there that would take it like, properly enough to try and I don't mean act out that part, I mean, but take the role seriously enough that they could do a good job, make it hateable.
Yeah.
Like I keep thinking of Edward Norton.
There, because I said that, there is a chance that Steven Seagal will sue me.
I'm gonna have to fucking put that front and centre just in case. That'd be good publicity for the podcast.
Great publicity for the podcast. Yeah.
We should specifically try and make him sue us.
Yeah, I would not stop talking about Steven Seagal so much until he put an injunction in to stop me, man.
We've got Rumble don't stop you doing anything. Rumble will let us do it.
Yeah.
We'll just keep going on rant about Steven Seagal.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I need to remind myself exactly what he looks like.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of him, so I remember
awful,
that.
Man, he's so fucking shit.
I know what he looks like in South Park.
Yeah.
I think that's quite.
He's basically that.
Yeah, I think that's quite a accurate representation from what I've seen.
Yeah. Oh, he's just the fucking worst, dude. He's the fucking worst.
Okay,
he has an action scene where he sits down. He has an entire movie where he sits down while he's being a sniper elite.
What? Okay, look. So I've seen this before. I think this was what I've seen. Oh, I'm not gonna.
Oh, the fucking mail. Don't you go on the fucking mail.
Fucking mail. Fuck that. I'll go back to Google.
Fucking the fucking mouth if you go on the fucking mail.
Yeah, so look, things tied together. Or is it sheets from the look of it, actually?
Yeah.
It looks like jumpsuits more like t-shirts and that, though.
Yeah.
But either way, he shouldn't have had all them. Like, and where did he get them all from? This is another part.
It's
never
either
really
if
figured
he's
out.
not been killed, he shouldn't have had that much contact with that many sheets to be able to fucking do that shit.
He's on suicide watch. He didn't go and look at him for a little bit.
For a little bit. Like,
yeah,
how much time does it take to make that?
Like, that's so many. It's just looking at how many are in there as well, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember where it is that he hung himself from.
And look as well. Look at the thing on the neck there. Like, this is probably going to get us fucking demonetized and shit.
Oh, I mean, it's very small though on the
but if you look
screen.
at the neck there and see the indentation, it's supposed to be done with that rope.
What rope? Oh shit! Yeah. And there's no blood on. I remember seeing this before. There's no blood on that rope either.
No, not a fucking
Even though
chance.
you can see, like it's an open wound on his
That's
neck.
like fucking garrote wire. That's what that is almost.
It looks a bit thicker than that, maybe, but it's definitely not the thickness
It's
of
not
that
the thickness of that.
yellow thing.
Fuck, man. It's utterly fucked. Like, this is so obvious, and these people are lying to you, and they're all like, yeah, no, it's fine.
Well, who even?
Just keep voting for these people, it's going to be okay.
There's not even a lot of people that are lying though. It's just like specific person. And that might have been the guy that was in there with him.
Yeah.
Fella. Oh, what was this? His first alleged.
Do you want to have another one?
Yeah, go ahead.
There you go.
Let's use that then maybe. Oh, okay. They said the first use that then maybe head in court. Nothing's happened for me though, so anything they say about like what might come out, the answer was nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Balls all.
But yeah, no blood on it. It's just so obvious. I think it must have been from the bunk he hung himself, if I remember correctly.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't the idea that his feet would have been on the floor, but he was like doing more the asphyxiation wank kind of thing.
Yeah, the asphyxiation
going
wank,
forward, which is very hard to do. I think if on purpose and not actually putting your feet down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like stopping yourself breathing, dying that way. You can't do it. Your body won't let you just stop breathing.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just hold your breath and not breathe again. Your body won't let you.
It's so fucking dumb. Like, none of this makes fucking sense.
It doesn't at all. But the fact
of bullshit.
The fact of what does make sense is what was able to be hidden away with him dying, with him being killed.
Yeah.
Or dying. Either way, with his death. But the interesting thing, I think, as well, out of all of it, especially now, going forward as well, is the fact that Ghislaine Maxwell hasn't been killed. His love muffin.
That is interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's very surprising that she's still kicking it about.
But I suppose, how much did she know in comparison? A.
Not much has come out, has it, either?
No.
There's
And
still been no list put out.
B, does she now have enough of the threat to know what happens if you fuck up? Because she's probably going to be in some fucking easygoing, like, prison somewhere.
Oh,
at
yeah,
the end of the day. She's not going to be in, like, normal prison with everyone else.
Let's have a look, see. I know she didn't get that long either, did she?
I can't remember.
It wasn't that long at all, did she got? Because she only got done for a certain part, which is probably
There
why.
it is. Like, first one.
Oh, yeah. I want to know a sentence.
Sentencia.
Sentencia, what the hell? 20 years.
20 years, that's it. That doesn't seem like a lot.
Not for, what is it actually? For sex trafficking crimes, it's a bit.
God, she looks like fucking...
She's just a what?
That's...
What?
Yeah.
What is happening? The boyfriend wasn't even married. Tut tut. Sentenced on Tuesday to 20 years in prison in a New York sex trafficking case for procuring teen girls.
Procuring
into
teenage
abuse.
girls. That
She
raping.
maintained her innocence.
Raping teenage girls.
Yeah, she did it as well, that's
Yeah.
the thing. But obviously she didn't get done for that, it seems. Convicted sex offender finance whose elite associates included Andrew and Clinton, captured by federal authorities in July 2019.
Fucking hell.
Conspiracy to entice individuals and I guess. Yeah, I mean, the fact that she only got 20 years is surprising, and with good behaviour as well. You're probably looking at more like, could be 12, 10, could be 8, could be less.
When did she actually go in?
Well, it's from 2019, so it would have been counted from then, I guess.
Yeah.
July 2019.
Yeah.
Normally, she didn't get bail or anything, I don't believe, so she would have been. It normally goes from when they're held in it. Yeah, so 20. I mean, she's 60, so she'll be alive when she gets out. But she'll probably get out younger though. She ain't gonna do 20 years.
No.
You never do. It doesn't say where she's been put in prison. I don't think. So I was quickly looking for then. Ankle shackles.
Ankle shackles. Ankle shackles. Ankle shackles.
She wore drab grey blue jail scrubs.
Nice.
A good little chalk drawing there. I don't see why they can't just take a photo, I really don't, and then just like scrub the bits out. Why they still have to have drawers in there now.
Yeah.
Some of the law system is very strange.
It is very strange. Surely you'd want it to all be sort of visually represented so that everyone's got a clear idea of what happened during the trial should you need to go back.
It would make a lot more fucking sense, yeah. I can't see anywhere it's saying where she's actually in prison. I mean, it might purposely not say, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's purposely not public.
She's not going to be in somewhere fucking brutal though. Let's face facts.
I know they were trying to go in on it a lot more because it was the people that weren't benefiting from it so much that were really going for it against her. But obviously it depends on the judge who made the decision and all that, etc., etc.
It's still bullshit.
Yeah,
it's still fucking
that's what I'm saying.
bullshit.
As I'm saying, whoever made the decision probably somewhere along the line, somebody in the pocket.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a joke. The thing is, if anyone had done what she did, who was from like a underprivileged background, they would have got a life sentence.
Oh yeah, totally.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Multiple life sentences. You know.
It's crazy how she didn't, because there must have been so much evidence. Like, but
yeah, but that's the thing. It's one rule for the rich and another rule for everyone else.
I think a big part of it as well was like part of what to get her longer as well. It would have included stuff probably that would have brought out names or would have brought out stuff they didn't want getting out. So somewhere along the line, especially by the time that she was done for stuff after Epstein, because he was the main focus originally. Yeah. Plenty of time for them to. Cause she ran off. She didn't even get caught for 8 years. Yeah. So there's plenty of time in that time, and they could have had a lot of the evidence already. Yeah. And they just got rid of what they wanted to get rid of. Yeah. She came that's why she came back, maybe because they were like, you're not going to go away for that long. And you do a short part of it, and you'll be comfy. Don't worry. You've already got rid of all the evidence to protect us.
You give us all the information you have on so and so as well. Left over.
She was more connected than he was technically. Anyway, he got connected through her, didn't he?
Yeah. He was just a fucking brutal son of a bitch who got information out of people very easily. And
seems like that. Yeah. He just literally got money out of nowhere to begin with, didn't he? Yeah. And nobody really knows how that first bit came.
And that's where the CIA bit, or
all this stuff comes in.
Where it's like, oh well, maybe they were given money,
That's what I mentioned earlier about. I just don't believe too much in the ability of the government. So when people say CIA stuff, it's like you're coming from a place of assuming the government always is the explanation of what's happened. They're always the one, Like if you don't know logic to the situation. I don't mean you personally.
No,
if you don't know logic to the situation, you always want to, because as humans, you always want to figure it out.
Yeah.
So many people just put, it was the government.
Yeah, government.
It was the government.
Government did it.
They did it, man.
Why, though?
Yeah, and how?
Why was that important for them?
I mean, this time, yes.
Yeah.
I agree, this time.
Oh, can we pause for a second?
And once I find the mouse. Yeah, now it's back on. We are back.
Backity back.
I'll turn as
I'll
turn as I roll and continue. I'll turn as I roll and continue.
Yes.
And talk and continue.
Yes, you should continue.
As I walk and talk and breathe like an animal. Mm-hmm. And that it was a beautiful. You're welcome. Don't look at my letters, though. Don't look at my. That's all that is.
Part of me
lettuce.
part of me wants to
Make some lettuce.
no, part of me wants to, as I was saying earlier before part of me wants to just chuck all my shit in a car,
Right.
and just fuck off somewhere and go like, I'm just gonna start trying to be a full-blown comedian. I'm just gonna find somewhere I can rent for like £50 a week. That's a shit box.
So you said you're going to be a comedian. I thought you were going to be a transient.
yeah, kind of. Because it's not far off. Let's be honest.
It's not.
Yeah, and work bare minimum amount just to get enough food to survive, and then just work on YouTube videos and sketch shows and fucking shit in the meantime.
Not the worst life. Let's be fair. Not the worst thing.
It sounds like a lot of fun, but the problem is I've got stuff I need to. Well, I've got people I need to sort of be with, and yeah.
Places to do and people to do.
And I realise that's only ever going to get worse the older I get. That's the most terrifying bit.
Oh yeah, but you also figure out the ways around stuff. Like I know that I've got a lot better at figuring out how to do my stuff and just how to work my head in general. Like me, like 5 years ago, I wasn't good at like 6-7 years ago, I wasn't even sure what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like I only then realised comedy.
Yeah.
But like just in general, I've got such a better way of like understanding my mind now, and everything seems a bit easier what to do going forward because I've got a bit more of an understanding of my own head.
Can I ask
once
you
you got that, yeah.
Do you ever find stand-up? Although I love stand-up so much, but do you ever find it a little bit constricting when it comes to sort of things that you want to do comedy-wise?
They like.
Can I have the asterisk?
Yeah. So then you mean like the actual act of like stand-up itself, like.
Because there's
it's constricting in a way, yeah.
There's only so much you can do. Now I fucking love stand-up, and I've really been struggling with this recently because I want to keep doing stand-up. But I also want to write some shit and get that done before I feel like I've lost the opportunity to do that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the smoke and drive stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like to do that, I kind of have to focus on that for a bit more than stand-up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it depends if that's how you work. Everyone's different. I have different. For me, I need a couple things at each time to work on. Like I jump in between. If you need to focus on one.
Normally I wouldn't be like that. Like back in the day, that's what I did. But because I've got the work thing now as well, and that takes up such a huge amount of time, it's like I've got to pick my battles.
Yeah.
And I still think that there's something in, as much as we all love to go and do stand-up and hone the art of stand-up, there's something in the world at the moment to do with, the internet being king, basically. If you can get an internet following, then you can get people to follow you anywhere, and you can do shows in bigger places in front of bigger crowds and learn, how to do it better, hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely agree with that as well. Like, when it comes to comedy, especially stand-up, once you've got a certain point, you don't need to practice as much. It goes to more than building your name, but it's easier nowadays. You should be focusing on a way to build your name, like online more than anything. It's a better way to go about it. But
the
also
thing is, you
building
still
your
got
name
to be brilliant at stand-up.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Building
I
your
never
name can
want
be
to,
anything, though.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be just stand-up. You can
my
build your
ultimate
name
dream would
in
be
all
able
ways.
to be like a director who directed like comedy movies and series and wrote them as well and stuff like that, and also be a stand-up comedian during the fucking the nights and stuff like that, and can go and work on my set, and then the Ricky Gervais thing essentially.
Yeah, I was about to say like Ricky Gervais. Yeah.
But with the addition of occasionally, instead of doing a film or a series, doing a computer game as well, because I've got so many ideas for those that I want to do. Now that's the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate dream.
Stand-up gets easier as well, apparently, once people know you more.
Yeah,
which makes sense.
That I'm not too worried about, because I'd always want to go for the difficult crowds anyway, because those are ones where you really learn how to be fucking funny.
But it's like it's always going to be people that have come to see you in some manner, though. Like once you pass a certain point, people know your name and that. You always got a bit more.
And that's
trust.
the thing. You can then sort of walk into places like the Comedy Cellar,
and
be like, oh, I want to do a show here, and they're like, yeah, you fucking can, because you're a name, fucking, you're a draw,
dude.
Get on the stage, and if you're not shit, then they'll let you back on again. And that's another dream.
Well, there's nothing wrong with like just doing that for a bit. Like I think people focus too much on having to do like not on having to do one specific thing, but like just deciding what you want to like do now or what order you want to do it in.
Yeah.
If you want to write for it, then just write and see how you feel going along. You might want to do a few gigs before you write a bit more again, or you might just want to write.
I only wanted to do this series if I had like a bunch of comedians that I knew that I liked. Who I could fit in to sort of play the other characters, and now I know a lot of comedians.
Yeah,
who
there's
I like
plenty.
Who can play the characters. You know,
There's plenty.
yeah. And some of the characters.
One thing there is not a shortage of is comedians in our circus.
And some of the characters are really annoying. Some of them are really funny. Some of them are, you know, just sweet or you know, whatever.
I like to play an annoying one.
I always kind of wanted you to play the dealer.
Oh yeah, you said this. Yeah. That's
just
like
sort
a
of-
recurring one as well, I imagine.
Yeah,
That works. Yeah.
And you just sort of turn up and sort of go, "Oh guys, how's it going?"
Got your weed, bitch. What's up, bitch?
Yeah, like
Don't worry, I got your weed, butthead. Yeah, it's not menacing enough.
I don't know whether I want to have my character be the guy who goes on walks all the time, which is the way it is in reality, or whether it's the dealer who goes out on walks all the time. Because, like,
Can't do that. Why is he going to put his gas?
yeah, yeah. But the idea is basically just like one of them describes the other one as like, yeah, you just basically wander out of the forest like a Sasquatch, grab some weed and fuck off again.
That's probably better for the character you don't see all the time. So it might be better for the dealer actually
Yeah,
than
that's
just
what
the
I
peer
thought.
through like the trees and that.
And that's the thing. It's like they're literally just sitting there at the fucking
Wherever.
yeah, just smoking, and then suddenly he appears like, fuck's sake, man, what is wrong with you?
Got me a
Stop
call.
sneaking up on people.
Wherever you are as well, just appear through the trees when you message me.
Yeah, like a Sasquatch weed ninja.
I like that. That definitely sounds like a part for me.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm down for that.
And yeah, there's loads of other parts that I'd ask other comedians to do.
Forgot we were recording then. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're going to focus on writing for a bit, that's a very good thing, like, to do anyway. Any productive comedy stuff is worthwhile, in my opinion. But first of all, though, you got to get the, or it might have already happened by the time this goes up. Actually, it probably would have actually, because I won't get a chance tonight. So the quiz off happened.
Yeah.
The other Wednesday. It was really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Should we
First
do one
time
for
on
each-
stage.
Yeah, I don't think we need to. I think it's going to be awesome.
Nah, I'll pretend it's good either way. Yeah. Even if it is poop. I mean, I don't know. There might not be that many people turn up. You can't say. First time doing it. I haven't advertised as much as I'd like to. Yeah, I've done a lot though. I put some stuff online. Like the pub has had like flyers handing out and stuff with posters up and that.
We should get
put
a
it
reasonable crowd in at least.
Yeah, I put little bits about and stuff as well, like
You
physical
get the
flyers.
opportunity to leaflet on the show the night before as well.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
fucking-
put a leaflet down on all the chairs as well,
Yeah.
because obviously the night before I'm there for GURPS's Trigger One. It's like a 2-day little thing.
Yeah.
So mini possibility of nabbing all that audience too.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
I reckon
I'm
that's a
hoping
good
GURPS will mention it on stage too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I'm looking forward to doing that Trigger One into my either way. That's going to be fun.
That looks like so much fun.
Yeah. 2 nights of. This is the thing when
Kurt's is back with a fucking passion as well, man. Like, he was gone for a moment, and now he's back with a fucking fire. It's fucking impressive.
It's not. It's a thankless job as well. Putting on gigs, people don't get that as much. It's thankless. That's a word I think, isn't it? Nobody thanks you. You just get more like shit than anything.
Yeah.
Your name's there as well a lot more, and then people that are unhappy about it for whatever reason become unhappy. And it just
I do get really annoyed when it comes to the sort of, you got to pick a side in this in comedy. No, I don't. 'Cause you're all fucking stupid, and you're acting like fucking children. Now, that's not your case, obviously, but.
but
like
sometimes I do.
There's so many fucking situations where it's like, I'm picking a side with this guy. Why are you? Because I have to. No, you don't. No, you don't.
The tribal mindset.
Yeah, it's just between two people, and they're going to sort their shit out eventually, and it'll be fine. But for now, why do you have to sort of jump in on the fucking action? It's not important to you.
So you just be nice to pick like either side when people are moaning as well, and then you just, well, the nice man wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to be nice to everyone. Like, I think we're all nice generally.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't mean all of us. We're nice.
I try to be.
Yeah, we're lovely.
I try.
Other people bring
Doesn't
out the
always
dick.
fucking work.
No, some people bring out the dick in her.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, I don't know about yourself. People,
Yeah. There's
people
that thing
definitely
about
bring out the
British
dick in me.
people where it's like, you know, in person. Oh, how's it going? Good afternoon. Hello. After
Keep
you.
calm and carry
and then
on.
it's behind the car. It's like, you motherfucker.
You feel like it's away then.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like a keyboard warrior thing doing same
It's
concept.
your shout box. That's what cars are for
Yeah.
the British. It's a shout box. You just get in it and you shout at the world for a bit until you get to your destination.
It is weird how many people do have road rage. Like, it's such a general thing. It just shows how many
I'm
people
not
have
fucking-
rage.
yeah,
That's
I'm
all
not-
road rage
yeah,
is. It's
yeah.
just rage actually showing itself.
I'm not great with road rage. I'm not. I do have my issues with it. But it always comes from someone who just it doesn't know how to fucking drive. It's so easy to drive, Carl. I can't explain to you how easy it is to drive.
And everyone on the road apparently has passed the test to drive anyway.
Yeah, and
They, they know how to do it at some point, definitely.
exactly. And the thing is, it's so easy for me to drive. I can do it without thinking. And it's so easy for me to drive sometimes that I will slow down for things that I haven't noticed yet, but my subliminal conscious has gone like, yeah, there's going to be a problem up ahead. And I'm like, oh, why am I slowing down? Oh, that's why I'm slowing down. And someone pulls out. Like that. That's how easy driving is, right, Carl? That's how easy driving is.
You've got like a mine drone.
Yeah.
It's like a drone flying up ahead.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't see
It's
it,
not
but
even
the
that.
mine
It's just
can.
that someone starts pulling out, and you haven't looked at it, but you notice in the back of your mind that there's movement.
In
You're
your
like, I'm
peripheral.
slowing down because something's happening. It's so easy to drive, and so many people get it so vastly wrong, and I don't know how.
Maybe they're from a different country.
No, it doesn't matter. It's not that hard. And more importantly, why is Birmingham completely different to everywhere else in the world? In Birmingham, you still drive on the left-hand side of the road, but you drive on the right-hand lane of the left-hand side of the road for some fucking reason.
Oh, the different stuff in Birmingham.
Yeah, that's
Didn't know
not
this.
how anyone else does it. No one else in the world do you have two lanes and everyone's driving on the right-hand lane. That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I didn't know that there was actually like specific things
You're
in Birmingham
supposed
we
to
do.
sit in the left-hand lane. The right-hand lane is only for overtaking.
Well, Birmingham is a magical place after all.
Birmingham is a place where you sit in the right-hand lane to go across the roundabout.
It's beautiful. We have more canals than Venice. Beautiful.
It's a crazy place.
More canals than Venice, though. That's, you can hang your hat on that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we don't mention that they're shit and full of that as well.
Yeah,
Or trolleys,
yeah,
or empty fridges.
yeah.
There's probably a couple of bodies in some of them.
Some cheesy buttholes.
Well, yeah, if there's a body in them,
There's a cheesy butthole.
There's a cheesy butthole. It's not going to be clean at this point.
Yeah, no.
Soon, I know a few people that have gone in the canal.
Oh,
And they came back out, I mean.
yeah, I know, but
Yeah. There's a particular bit as well where it's like sewage goes into it, and the grinder fell in one time when we was younger, and one of us had to, whoever put their arm in to retrieve it, and he went like right up to your weenus. Whoever did that would get immunity from having to roll, and they did. They claimed full immunity for life from having to roll. To the point though now, then as soon as he went away and was on his own, he couldn't have a spliff.
Yeah.
It was like a baby trying to walk.
At one point, I had a rowing boat when I was in Stratford
Oh.
with a load of friends, and we lost an oar,
Oh.
and it started going down a weir, and I was like, you know what, I'll go in after it, and I jumped
Or went
in.
down a weir.
Yeah, the oar.
Or where?
Yeah, a weir. A weir is like it's like a waterfall, but on a slope.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or.
Yeah.
Or what?
What?
Or what?
An oar.
Or what?
The oars, mate. The things you
That's an oar.
row with. You row with an oar.
Great visual representation there, an oar.
Rowing with the oar, you see.
I'm with you now, I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Now,
Now.
that that was like, you know, a pretty shitty situation. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Are
Well,
we
you
gonna
still
do?
had one order, didn't you?
Yeah, but we still had one. But we were going to lose the other one, and we didn't want to pay for it, right? So I was the only one willing to jump in. And I
got you.
I give him my phone, my wallet, and stuff like that. And I jump into the fucking river, and it takes quite a while for me to come back up because there's a lot of reeds down there.
Oh, got
It was
ya.
a very stupid thing.
Why
to
did you
do.
jump so far down?
Because I was jumping out of a boat. That's just how you jump when you jump out of a boat.
Yeah, well, not if there's going to be reeds down there. I mean,
I didn't know there were going to be reeds down
Shit,
there.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
You want to starfish it? That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sort of get
How
my
deep
head
is
back
it there?
up above water, and I'm like, oh, everything's fine. And just as I get my head back up water, I see this slight cloud of gross goo come up with me. And it's all the silt at the bottom, and it just stinks of rotten eggs, man.
I imagine, yeah.
And I'm like trying to get to the oar, but the oar's going faster than I am, and before I can get to it, it's already down the weir. So
This is a lake, isn't it?
yeah,
Stratford.
no, it's on a river. It's on the Avon.
Oh, okay. It's a river.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a river and a lake?
A lake is standing still. A river is constantly moving. And like lakes
Oh,
tend to be big, wide.
Oh, so
areas
this is a
of
river
water.
then for you.
Yeah.
So it's moving at least, so it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
too
yeah.
still.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but it's still fucking gross.
Yeah, it's Birmingham still though.
Yeah, no,
Birmingham river,
that's
sorry.
that's a whole different level
Yeah.
of gross. That's fucking get syphilis gross.
Yeah, man. Just from touching it,
Yeah.
the water touches your genitals, and then you got full blown syphilis.
Yeah,
Just how I mean that is a scientific thing.
yeah.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where syphilis came from.
That's where it came from. Italy, yeah. The Birmingham water system came from here.
And they're proud of it.
Yeah. We are basically a contaminant city.
Yeah.
We live to contaminate
Other places.
everywhere. Yeah, that's why we have all the canals. They're just there to contaminate the water system.
Just to virally infect.
It
the
just
rest
goes
of
out
the
to the rest of the
UK.
UK. Yeah, we're like
That's
the-
why Stoke's so fucked up.
yeah, is that the next one along?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's so fucked up. We're like the eye of the storm. We're sweet still, We're sexy.
Oh.
So everyone else is going to poop, and
By
we're
the way, I
just
love
like,
Stoke. Before anyone complains, I went to university in Stoke. It's a great town, but you people are freaks.
I don't love Stoke. That should have been Coventry in the war.
Well,
I told them they should have got bombed. I
Yeah.
think is what I just said.
yeah, I think that's what you said.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the best thing about
It is.
Stoke though is
That's what I meant.
Wright's Bakery. Wright's Bakery is fucking.
That's the
amazing.
best thing about Stoke is one
Yeah.
bakery.
No, it's not one bakery. It's
Oh.
a chain of bakeries.
Oh,
It competes with Greg's and it kicks Greg's ass sideways.
I mean,
right?
does it though?
It fucking does.
I've never heard of this place.
That's because it's only up in Stoke and
Well,
above.
then it's not doing very well. If
No,
it's
it's because
only in Stoke.
they've got their fucking.
Own the
their-
big boys market,
They
Birmingham.
fucking own this fucking. joint, man.
Birmingham's a big boys
You don't
market.
need to go anywhere near the north. Like
You don't
Greg
need to-
struggles up there because Wright's is so fucking powerful.
That's because you
how
got all the
powerful
weirdos up there, like you said.
Because
Though.
they're so fucking good.
It's all
they
the
had
people
a
with-
cheeseburger pasty, Carl.
They got arms going
a
out there.
cheeseburger pasty.
They got arms going out there, fucking foreheads and stuff.
Yeah,
though,
but
as
have
well.
you ever had a cheeseburger pasty?
No, I haven't got an arm growing out my forehead. I don't need to have a
No,
cheeseburger pasty.
Yeah, but that's why. Right,
I have
you
a
don't
cheeseburger or a pasty.
They are eating cheeseburger pasties to make up for the pain of having the hand growing out the top of their head. But if you're not that person, you can just go up there and enjoy it without the pain.
They
And
have
it's
like
amazing,
They have like
Carl.
a fish finger pizza as well. Is that a thing too? Sounds
No.
about. They're just throwing shit together.
No, cheeseburger fucking
Cheeseburger pasty. Like
Oh.
what? How?
Oh.
Is there actual burger
Oh,
buns
and
in
their
there?
cheese and onion pasty was so much.
I don't. We
cheese.
need
Like
to.
proper cheese.
we
Carl.
need to know
Not
about
that
this.
pussy ass like vaguely white stuff. That's
I
in that
don't. We
kind of
need to know about
I'm
this
talking cheddar,
cheeseburger
Carl.
pasty.
Extra strong, Carl. You can feel it grating against your onions.
What?
Cheese and onion pasty, Carl. That's fine.
What onions? Is that like a euphemism for
Cheese
your
and onion pasty. Carl.
Yeah, but I'm not quite into two. Okay, but
In
cheese.
your teeth, Carl.
Well,
You
okay.
can feel the cheese.
Okay.
It's machinations.
You can, I
Carl.
can't.
It's chewiness.
I can't.
Oh, Carl.
I can't chew the
Oh,
beans.
Carl. And they did Coconut macaroons, Carl. Coconut macaroons the size of your fist. So big, they were like that big.
That sounds too big.
55 fucking p, Carl.
Macaroons supposed to be tiny.
55p, Carl.
I wouldn't
you could
want
have
that.
yourself a banquet for £5, Carl.
It's like when you have-
Rights was the fucking dream.
So when you have a giant carrot, it doesn't taste like a good carrot. Or the bigger it is, it's like the same amount of taste is spread over the whole carrot.
Yeah.
That's how it kind of works with
Yeah.
like vegetables. I imagine it has to be the same with that, with a macaroon. It has to be.
Yeah.
But I still want to know about this cheeseburger pasty. How is the bun on it?
No.
So is it just a
pasty.
burger
It's
with
pasty
cheese?
with a burger in it, and then it's got ketchup and bit of mustard and some cheese, and tops off with some of the pasty.
Well, that's a beef patty.
It's a cheeseburger pasty.
It's a beef-
It's
beef
a burger,
patty
Carl.
pasty.
It's
It's a
a
beef patty
fried
pasty.
burger, Carl.
It's a beef patty pasty.
It's not a beef patty pasty.
It is.
It's a cheeseburger pasty.
Oh, there's no burger though.
There is a burger.
There's no
What
bread.
do you call a packet of burgers in the Tesco's? I've just given you a hint, Carl.
Beef
I've
patties.
used the word in the sentence.
They're beef patties.
They're not beef
Or
patties.
they're burger patties.
And you're American if you're doing that. You're wrong, Carl. They are burgers. You know they're burgers. I know
are
they're
burgers.
burgers. There's turkey burgers. There's chicken burgers.
But if you went to a shop and you said, "Can I get a burger?"
Yeah.
and they gave you just like if you went to McDonald's and said, "Can I have a burger, please?" and
Yeah.
they just gave you the meat,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be happy.
No, but if they gave it to me inside a pasty, I'd be elated.
Oh, I wouldn't be.
It's so much
That's
better
where we
than...
differ, sir.
Oh, man.
That's where the differ
so
comes
much
from.
better than bread. It's pasty.
Ah, bread is like it does a
It's
reason.
flaky, crumbly pasty.
I don't get me wrong. I like pasty.
Yeah, yeah.
If I go to the Greg, it's my favourite pasty. I'm a what's it called? Like a renegade. I'm a
Okay.
renegade in
What'd you
Greg's.
go
I am.
for?
My favourite is a corned beef pasty.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, a bit of a corned beef pasty.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
People are like, "Oh, what are you doing?" and then they eat it. They're like,
That's good. That's some good pasty.
and it doesn't drip all over me either.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's not a drip god.
I'll tell you
It
what's good,
isn't no
though.
drip tip.
I'll tell you what's better, Carl.
What's that?
You get yourself corned beef pasty. Get yourself another corned beef pasty.
Two.
Get yourself a cheese and onion pasty.
Oh God, no.
Put that in the middle. Slam that motherfucker down. You got yourself a pasty sandwich.
Oh, that's too much
Carl.
pasty to
No,
me.
it isn't, Carl.
Far too much pasty.
Treat yourself, Carl.
Treat yourself. Treat yourself, and then admit yourself. That's the beginning of a rap song right there.
Yeah.
I want to see the Weird Al film. That made me think of a Weird Al song.
That's gonna be fucking so much fun.
I think it's out already.
You know, it's taking the piss out of like documentary movies and stuff like
Oh,
that.
is that a mockumentary? Is it?
It's taking the like basically the reason why they cast Daniel Radcliffe is because that is the absolute wrong casting for Weird Al Yankovic.
I don't know. I mean, he can play some weird stuff. I can imagine he's up for it, Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's gonna be up for
He
it,
put
but
some
he's-
work into it, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, it's still gonna be fucking weird though. But that's the whole point. It's like all those biopics are a joke, and he's making a joke of biopics by doing this movie. I'm totally into it, man. I'm
Yeah.
fucking into it.
I hope that the joke isn't just Daniel Radcliffe, though, because that's not a good joke
Yeah,
to
exactly.
make.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah.
But at the same time, like, yeah, Daniel Radcliffe's put a lot into it, apparently.
Yeah.
So I can imagine it'd be good. It'd be terrible as well.
Fucking lighter again.
Oh, fucking do, you know.
You fucking bastard. That was from Father Ted, wasn't it? You fucking bastard.
Oh no, what a fucking bastard is. That sounds like something from a menacing kind of world. That doesn't sound like a world that I want to be in.
They're on a beach and there's no swearing, so instead of saying fucking bastard, he goes, you fucking bastard.
What kind of beach are you not allowed to swear on?
I don't know, Catholic one.
I saw something on something earlier.
Catholic nudie beach, you can only be naked if you're under 13.
The Catholics would love that, wouldn't they?
They'd fucking love it,
They'd
mate.
be all over that.
All over it.
Yeah, something about Bollywood make all, like, I never knew that Bollywood make their own versions of films. They make all their own like versions of films. Like any film you can think of, there's like a Bollywood version of
Yeah,
it that
they make a rip-off version.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
officially
obviously.
licensed. Have you seen the like one that's vaguely Terminator, and he turns into like an anaconda of himself?
I have not seen that.
It's amazing. Like
What?
this guy's like a Terminator, but he's like Bollywood Terminator, so he can like dance while fighting people and killing them. And then like
Yeah, they have to do that. Yeah, of course.
And right at the end, like to try and kill the good guys, like thousands of him combine together into like a ball at one point, and then into an anaconda, and they all like join arms to create a giant anaconda.
Oh, what? So there's loads of Terminators, and then they make a giant Megazord Terminator.
Yeah. All he does is ineffectually like jump down at them and cause no damage at all. Bollywood movies are fantastic, man.
I saw.
The absolute illusion of danger, no actual danger.
We should watch
required.
8 trailer for one. I saw a bit of a trailer for one. It was on Bad Friends. It was Forrest Gump.
Oh god, I bet that's amazing.
Yeah, we can't use that one though, because I've just taken that one now. Let's think of one. Think of a film.
Just Bollywood Terminator, see if we can find
Okay.
Terminator Ball. Yeah, we're on the right track. That's the one, Weird Indian Terminator. Go down to that one. That one. No, the one below.
Oh, that one.
That's the one. Oh my god. This is their version of Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is their total badass. He's got a fucking sideburn for days, Carl. Oh god. He's more 80s than Arnold Schwarzenegger because he's back in the 50s.
Everything looks like it's longer ago, doesn't it? Because all the cameras and stuff so crap.
Oh. It's so funny, man. You might have another chicken, I think.
Go ahead. Still no sound.
Is it going through the right port?
Of course so.
On the computer.
Yeah. Isn't that both the same? But...
Headphone. Okay.
What the fuck is this? I've never came up before.
Oh, fuck it.
Oh, it worked before I did.
Pubis.
Put it on my phone.
Excuse me.
You're not excused, sir. I don't know where you come off thinking you're excused like that. Where do you come off, sir? Or wherever you came off. Oh, you know why? That might have been why. Because it was connected to this at the same time. Oh well, we'll run it now. My wire didn't work on there. Oh god. Lifting up at the car. I'm going to describe it, you see, for the audio people. Oh, he just turned his head completely.
Like a snake.
I don't know. What the hell?
Oh, he's also magnetic.
Oh, he's
Carl.
magnetic as shit. Just
But
brought all the
only to
guns.
guns, not to cars.
Yeah, ignore the car.
Now
Oh
he's
shit.
gonna fire all the guns at once. 'Cause
How?
He's amazing, Carl.
How is he doing that?
Look at how amazing he is.
Oh, I don't agree with what he just said then. He's just shooting them all at the same time. Mega magnetic world. Oh my goodness. What the fuck? He just chucked them all into the back. What the hell? Why is he a bull now? Is that a lot of him? What the fuck?
It starts firing him.
He's now firing multiple versions of himself
Oh god.
as a giant bull. What the fuck is going? It looks like something from Spy Kids now.
Yeah.
That it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Oh god. No inertia whatsoever.
Oh,
Well, I inertia.
you
Like,
ain't seen nothing yet.
what the fuck? It's now Wipeout. That was smart. The fuck? How are there still things there?
This is the most ridiculous movie that's ever existed.
Things must keep multiplying, like just
Yeah.
squashing everything, and there's still stuff shooting him. Oh, thumbs up. Good job, lads. Oh, what a surprise it didn't work. I was standing on each other. Why is there so many of them?
I don't know.
I'm trying. I wonder what the story is.
He's throwing a
God.
helicopter at a motherfucker.
This is amazing.
Oh god.
Oh my
It
god.
gets so much better.
Well, we need to start looking at a new Bollywood film each week. It needs to be a new. Oh, the fucking snake! Oh shit!
A snake with
Oh,
a
shit.
machine gun tongue.
Oh my goodness!
Oh god.
Oh, has he got a machine gun tongue?
Yeah, when he sort of screamed, he fired at 2 Uzis at the same time.
Oh my goodness!
Oh god.
Oh, he ate a police car. It's in his belly and he's squashing it down. Oh god! Okay, that was.
Oh,
I'm glad I
God.
stopped then because I didn't know
That's such a fucking good movie, man.
that.
I've never seen it. I've just seen that trailer. I know it's genius.
I feel like we have watched it now.
Oh,
There's an Indian dancing Batman there. Look.
yeah.
Let's have a quick look at that without the sound.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think I could deal with the sound as well, to be honest. Oh god, look. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do like some of the Bollywood dancing. What's that trees Oh my goodness. Oh, he does, doesn't he? Oh, look at he's got fucking moves though. He got moves, man. Batman's got moves. Look at him. They're tapping right now. Ladies are standing there like, oh god. What's it? What? Batman's attacking her now? He took his mask off. What the hell? Yeah, he's Dracula now. What the? Yeah, now he's Dracula. She's into it. Oh yeah, she's up for it now. It's like, I wasn't up for it when I thought you were gonna protect me. Now you're gonna bite me. Yeah, I'm down now. 'Cause I'm the Batman, yeah. I can dance a lot and I bite you in the neck. 'Cause I'm the Batman. Oh god, look at that phone people upside down now. Look at that thing. This is scary. This is Count Batman. What's she doing now? She's getting a backside.
Into the fucking mouth. Alright.
Oh, I got she's into that thing.
That was weird.
She was getting into it as
That
well
was
just
really
before.
weird.
Taking the clothes off, but she was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at me
mouth.
baps.
Sexy big teeth.
Look at me baps.
Check out the baps.
She was showing them big monster finger baps.
That's not what I do in a monster situation.
Really? That's weird.
Would not show my baps.
Would you not?
No.
If it worked, I might do. If it meant us
That's
survive.
absolutely offensive behaviour.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that worse than dying?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll show
That's
my
sweet.
baps to a fucking weird ass fucking set of teeth.
Good to know where you draw the line, though.
Well, fucking right, Carl.
Yeah. See,
Would you do that, Carl?
I would show my baps for life. There's other places I wouldn't go if you wanted to see the balls of my feet.
That's unbapward. That's worse than baps.
Your trousers falling down. That's worse than baps, yeah.
How is that worse than baps?
Because it is the balls of my face. I mean, that's like saying, I don't know, why is the finger more likely to get you arrested than the elbow? It just is. You can't argue it. It's a fact.
I think elbows are more likely to get you arrested.
See, you're trying to argue it, but you can't do it.
Yeah, but I can.
You can
How many
physically do
times
it.
have you got into a fight with someone because you poked them too many times?
Oh, never. But,
How many times you got into a fight with someone accidentally because you accidentally elbowed them while you were walking back?
Never. Either way. So both are the same in that case.
I'm sorry, Carl. If I am to believe any Hollywood movie, then it happens like 80% of the time you walk past a person at a bar.
Well, it depends on the poking.
And then they blame you for fighting themselves and like.
What if it's a
laying
Bill
their
Cosby
picture of their
situation?
woman on you?
In the Bill Cosby situation, a finger is more likely to get you arrested.
That is true.
There you go.
It is.
And I don't think.
It's all, but he
I don't think
got
anyone's.
out though, Carl. So what's the moral there?
Well, is if you got enough money, you can do with the thing and the ring and the boob.
I'm gonna give you a pudding pop, and then you're not gonna say a word. And with the boop and the zing and your babbity bop.
Boopity boppity boop boom. That's how we make babies. I don't actually know Bill Cosby. I've just seen impersonations of him.
There's an
Bill
episode of
Cosby.
his show where he literally talks about the fact that he's drugging everyone with a sex drug.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's just this is way before.
Barbecue sauce.
Oh.
Didn't you notice that everyone's being all lovey-dovey since the
I might have
barbecue
seen-
sauce?
Is he holding barbecue sauce at the time?
What?
Is he holding the barbecue sauce at the time?
Yeah.
I might have
I
seen
might
that.
have shown you this actually. Yeah.
I think I might have just watched it as like a morning affirmation for a couple of years.
But at one point the kid
I
comes
am
along
the
to go
barbecue
into the
sauce.
barbecue sauce, and he's like, "I like this barbecue sauce," and you're like, "Get away from that!"
The kid wants to go into the barbecue sauce. How big is this bottle of barbecue sauce?
Big bottle of barbecue
It must
sauce.
be a big bottle, or tiny kid.
Yeah, tiny kid.
Tiny kid.
Tiny kid and big barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
That
Oh wow.
perfect combination.
Well, not for the kid. Not for the kid. Might drown.
Like Augustus Gloop.
Yeah. I imagine Augustus Gloop definitely died in that.
In that tube.
I think he probably got through the tube.
No.
That tube, anyway.
There's no way you got through that tube. You want to
That
know why
tube?
you didn't get through that tube?
Go on.
I've got the proof here because of how pressure works. So there's pressure building up underneath him, but there's also pressure being pulled in that direction.
Really?
He's in a vacuum. There's no
Yeah,
air
yeah.
there whatsoever.
Yeah, but you forgot that he would get scared and he'd shit himself, and then space would come.
Not enough.
Enough.
Not enough, Carl.
It'd be slippery too.
He wouldn't.
It'd be watery. Maybe, kind of buttery, sorry, not watery.
Which of those deaths do you think you'd most like to have to deal with the consequences of?
Well, I don't think you were dealing with the consequences of it if you're dead.
No.
I mean, as a cleanup situation.
Yeah.
Oh, if I was if I was on cleanup crew.
If you're a clean-up crew.
Okay.
If you were an Oompa Loompa and you're like, oh, it's been a tough day, which one have I got?
Oh, I was out of the deaths from the kids there. Because they were dead.
Yeah.
Well, remember how they all died in. So I reckon Gloop, though, he probably went a bit further in and gets stuck in all the machinery and stuff.
gets
and
ground
pulled
up.
apart. Yeah.
Properly nasty, yeah.
But I think it'd be quite easy to clean, though, because as I said, his meat would be buttery.
Yeah, it'd slip out.
It would be slippery, a good pressure washer in there. Puff it in,
Everything's good.
It's designed to be
Gravy.
wash chocolate, so, chocolate sets, so they need to do it in some way. So I think there's ways of doing that. That machine will be designed for it.
I like it.
That'll be okay.
Okay, so that's not a bad one. What do we reckon about...
Well, I'm not saying it wasn't a bad one. For him.
it's not great.
For him, yeah.
for him it's terrible.
Well, his chubbiness as well would get pulled in different parts too. They get like a big chunk ripped off that way, big chunk ripped off that way.
Yeah.
But like getting zombified.
What about the bitch who turns into a plum or a blueberry? Or whatever it is, giant
Okay, it depends whether she pops or not. That's the question.
I think we're assuming she pops at some point. 'cause,
Didn't they say they're going to pop her?
I'm saying death is certain here. Right, so
Okay.
we all know death is certain. the minute you step into the Willy Wonka factory.
True. Unless you're Charlie, it's true.
Yeah, yeah.
Even his granddad probably got killed.
Oh, he
Oh,
died
yeah.
like moments after when he had a heart attack while they were flying up in that elevator.
He didn't tell him that there's so much sugar content that he's going to get super diabetes because
Yeah.
he's so old and he
Yeah.
just died instantly.
Yeah, because he's not magic like Willy Wonka.
Yeah, yeah. Charlie is now. He got given the
He's
magic.
like, oh, you can't just live on candy and wishes. I can't. I need protein. I need carbohydrate. I'm going to die.
Did you know, little known fact, Willy Wonka is actually the brother of Michael Jackson.
Really?
Really?
That sounds accurate.
Yeah. In specifically, the Johnny Depp version.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm
Tim
going to tell you
Burton,
about a
that one?
sketch idea I had because I don't think anyone's going to steal it because it's so weird, right?
Okay. I
It's-
was thinking that might
you
be a
know-
fun thing to do, is like a sketch program.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That'd be fun.
You know,
and easy.
You know,
Easy to do little bits. rather
oh,
than
it's
film
fun. Yeah,
full things.
it's good because you can really create something weird each time. But like, one of them's like, you know, Lloyd Grossman.
No.
He makes sauces.
Yes.
He used to do MasterChef.
The bold fella.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I want
That
one.
narrows
where
it down. There's not many bold fellas in the world.
Lloyd Grossman's making his sauces. I suddenly turned fucking New York.
You make some sauces?
Just some sauces.
So it's a beautiful
You got some
sauces.
sauces.
That's the first time I ever
You got
sounded
some
American.
sauces to go with my gabagool.
Sauces. Get them sauces over here. Sauces right here, governor.
What was I saying? Yeah, no.
Thing about
so like
sauces.
he's making his sauces. His old Lloyd Grossman.
She looks like she's been having a bit too much of the sauce.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And
Oh!
And then all of a sudden, in walks in Lloyd Grossman's nemesis, Floyd Delicious Woman. Who just walks around the place fucking up his sauces, like, but like in really stupid ways. So it's like, oh, what's this? You're making a bolognese? I'm going to put fucking thyme in it, bitch.
I think I like the joke of just the Floyd's nice.
Yeah, Floyd Delicious Woman.
Delicious woman.
As opposed to Lloyd Grossman.
I think the only way you could end though is if they fall in love.
No one can steal that without me knowing they've stolen that
Yeah,
idea.
And they have to fall in love at the end. I think that's the only natural end.
I
to
think
it.
that's the only way it can possibly end.
Like they could punch each other and then kiss.
Yeah.
It would have to be, the woman would have to be, I was going to say it would have to be a guy.
It has to be played
dressed up.
by a guy in drag. It has to be played by like a Monty Python guy, basically.
But then you have to make two guys kiss, and you don't want to do that.
Well,
Well, I'm just saying in regards to the two people
you know
that
what?
you'd have to make
you know,
do
I
it.
think we're beyond that now, Carl. I think we can just have a peck on the fucking.
I could do it
faces,
for the
right?
comedy.
It's
I
for the
could-
comedy.
I could
Carl.
do it for the comedy.
It's for the comedy, Carl.
I was going to say, depending on who you get to do it though. Some people
In some
are
ways, that will make it a lot funnier for everyone at home.
yeah, some
You know?
some people are overly masculine though, now it would scare them. Like
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say names, but I think of some comics like from our circles
Yeah.
telling them to do that, like when they came somewhere, it would shit them up. Like, no.
No, I'm not doing that.
Actually, I'll say one, Griff.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, I might tell him to do that at the quiz off.
Why?
I think of a reason.
You'll figure out some way.
Maybe I should do a round where, like, you know, there's like a truth or dare thing, and the dares go out and like go out and kiss an audience member. Can't do that. We'll get done. Get arrested. Or they'll be really into it. One of them. We won't do that. Don't worry.
No, that would be too much.
Oh, it's already happened anyway. It's already happened. We didn't do that.
We didn't do that.
I mean, Griff did try and kiss an audience member, but it was strange.
Mm.
I mean, the guy was into it though. Not Griff, the guy who tried to kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big dude.
Big muscly dude.
Big muscly dude. It was in. The kilt was an interesting choice.
Yeah.
By Griff, I mean.
Yeah.
Never knew it was Scottish. Good legs, Griff.
Where the fuck is this going?
Talking about what Griff was wearing at the quiz off. Shouldn't have had the socks so high though. I thought the knee-high socks was a strange choice.
That's strange.
Yeah. Then he took them off halfway through. That was stranger.
Yeah.
Because it was like at that point, it was like we were taking.
It was the fact that he was playing that music in the background. That da da da.
He's always got that playing though.
Da 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 da. Just peeling them off.
You might not
throwing them into the audience.
You might not realise that even when you can't hear that song, he's always got headphones and have a look. He's constantly listening to it. His life plays along with that song. I think it's actually his heart goes along with it.
I think that's the monitor telling us to change subject.
Oh, like when the guy putting the gig on is like saying, you know, you got a minute left.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you got fucking
change.
Yeah. Oh god.
Trigger warning is gonna be fun tomorrow, though.
Yeah.
I mean, trigger warning was fun.
So much fun.
It was really good. I have done the last two. I haven't done the last two. So I've been to the last two now. Fun.
Yeah.
To watch. I enjoyed them. So it'd be fun taking part. I do like the idea of It's weird for me. I think I get more bothered by the idea of having to remember material. It stresses me out more. Going somewhere and just being funny and just letting me make jokes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I haven't got to do it on stage before.
Yeah.
We'll see tomorrow what it's like.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I mean, Callum's there. Alex is there.
Why not put a
Griff's
quiz off?
there. I'll be there.
I want to bake for a trigger warning.
Oh yeah, that's right. But trigger warning, there's going to be other people there.
There will be other people there. You're correct.
And that's the whole point. You know, they're all going to vibe off it. They're all going to fucking, you know.
That'll be fun.
It'll
Yeah,
be good.
Yeah. And I don't have to host either, so it's fun. I can just sit down at times
just
and make
enjoy it. Yeah.
stupid comments.
Yeah.
Bobby.
It's going to be a good warm up as well. For
Yeah.
For Wednesday as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
And I can steal some audience members too, so that's cool.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, you like free comedy, do you? You know this place right here?
I may have to shoot off.
Cool. That's fine.
Unfortunately.
That's cool. If that guy comes, then I will get your oregano.
Fixins.
Yeah. Tomatoes and hash browns. Tomatoes and hash browns.
What was that?
Tomatoes and hash browns.
Delicious.
Tomatoes and hash browns.
So good.
Black
for you.
pudding. Do you like black pudding? Good thing to
fucking
ask
love
about
black
it at the
pudding.
end. Yeah.
I don't understand why people have a problem with black pudding.
It bothers me when they dry it out too much. I had a nice English breakfast the other day from a place in a box got delivered. I was like, I'm treating myself. Yeah. I did it a few days after. But the second one I had from a different place and it was just not up to the standard of the first one. Bothered me.
Black pudding is a fucking must on an English breakfast.
It is.
The thing is,
mix
like,
it with some
everyone
brown
goes
sauce.
Like, oh, which one do you not want to have on your English breakfast? Do you want? And it's like, I want everything. I want the fucking tomatoes. I want the mushrooms. I want the beans. I want the toast. I want the fried bread. I want the fucking black pudding.
I don't want the fried bread. I don't want the mushrooms. I don't want the
shit.
tomato.
I want it. I want the hash browns.
I don't want the hash browns are shit, man. I don't get
the
them.
fucking hash browns, Carl.
Hash browns are shit.
I don't give a shit. I want the fucking hash browns, right?
I want an extra bacon. I want a lot of bacon and a lot of sausages.
Bacon. I want sausages.
I want the big one.
Yeah. I want the fucking works. I want
the biggest one there, though. That's what I go. But I want the egg scrambled, though.
Yeah. Oh, the
Don't
eggs.
be finding me no
At least 2 eggs. There better be 2 fucking eggs.
Yeah, at least. But I'd prefer, 3 sausages, 3 rashers and all that. It'd always give you more.
Fuck that. I want it all. I want them.
Yeah, that's normally the biggest one. They don't give you much more than that.
Yeah, I know, but I want the mushrooms, everything, man.
Oh, no, fuck the mushrooms.
Fucking mushrooms are lovely.
Nah, man, you want some beans.
No, you want it all. You want
some
it
black
all.
pudding.
It is a full English breakfast. Full, Carl. Full.
No,
it
no,
means everything.
No,
everything,
it means
Carl.
at the end of it.
It means everything.
It means at the end of it, the English person eating it will be full.
No, it means,
what it means.
everything, Carl.
As long as you're full at the end.
It means you're using the full kitchen. You're utilising everything that every single breakfast food that is viable that the English
can
can
throw
provide.
it in a pan.
Yeah.
Throw it in a pan and turn it on. It is a very British thing.
Yeah.
Throw it in, keep calm, carry on cooking it, and then eat it.
It's fucking delicious. I'm so hungry right now thinking about it.
And it helps after a night out too, which is perfect.
Yeah, I really want one now. I want a full fucking English breakfast. I want everything.
That's one great thing about Download. They have 24-hour breakfast.
Yeah.
They have not 24 hours.
Actually, I've just realised I don't just want 2 eggs. I want 2 fried eggs I want scrambled eggs.
Oh, that's a lot of eggs, though.
I don't give a shit.
You eat...
I'm having
many of
4
each?
sausages, Carl.
Oh.
I'm having 4 rashers of bacon. I'm having an
Gotta go with
entire
that.
tin of beans. I'm having an entire tin of fucking plum tomatoes.
See, I like having a lot of beans. Beans are good.
Yeah,
Get some beans on
I'm
there.
having myself a shitload of mushrooms, Carl. I'm
Disgusting.
having myself fucking 4 hash browns.
There's only one type of
I'm
mushroom
having
I will
myself
eat.
4 pieces of toast in total. 2 of them are fried.
I'm not a fan of fried
I
toast.
don't give a shit.
Fried bread.
I don't give a shit, Carl.
I don't get it.
You need it in. You need it in that.
I saw some.
You need it in that, Carl.
One of the options. One of the options in the breakfast place was to have a bacon sandwich with fried bread, and I was like, oh.
Oh, nah, yeah, that's a bit much.
Yeah, that's a very, very greasy sandwich.
I like fried bread in a full English because I like to cut bits off of it and have it with other stuff and like cover it in other. That's delicious because then it like. I love that shit.
Do you use red sauce on it?
I will have both sauces because there is enough fucking full English there to have whatever you want.
Yeah, but you don't want to have red sauce. That's the thing. Red sauce is not nice.
I mean,
crap. Brown sauce
for
is
the
the
most
shit.
part, brown sauce works with everything because it
Yeah.
goes with the beans, and you don't want ketchup on beans because that's fucking atrocious.
No, brown sauce on beans is nicer.
Yeah, brown
Put a
sauce
little
on
bit
beans
in
is
there,
good.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucking nice.
And especially on the black pudding, it complements the black pudding very well.
It does because the black pudding's all like down deep and dirty and salty and delicious.
Yeah, it's a good thing to have with each thing. That's one of the things that I like, mixing with the different foods. Yeah. I like going around with that one. I'm not a big mixer of the foods in general. In general, when I eat, I'm not. I like it like that part. I'm gonna eat that part and then that part.
Yeah, no, I do combos. I do flavour sensations every single time.
what like as in what goes into your mouth?
Yeah, I'm mixing and matching. I'm sometimes going just for a little bite of something. I'm throwing it all over the shop. It's like when I listened to Delia at one point. He's talking about food, and he's like, everyone else is sitting there and they're eating like single bites at a time, and they're finishing off and they're enjoying it, and then they're going on to the next bite. No, dude, no. I finish eating my first bite. The second bite is already at my face, dude. I've been putting shit together because I want pleasure in my mouth at all times. Yeah.
Have you started watching his now? Because now he does the what was the King and the Sting?
Yeah, it's the King and the Sting and the.
It was the King, and then it became the King and the Sting and the Wing.
Yeah.
But now three of one's gone. So Eric Griffin does it with them now.
Right.
So it's the three of them, and it's a golden hour now.
Oh. Okay.
But I ignore Brendan Shop. But I like Eric Griffin to a point. He's alright, and I like Chris D'Elia.
Yeah.
I
Delia's fucking good, man.
I just don't like anybody on the podcast on their own. I can never jive with it.
Yeah, I get that. I think that it only really works with certain comedians, for me.
It's just not what I'd listen to. I don't even know because I wouldn't put it on to begin with.
I think they should. They work normally better as a shorter sort of form of podcast. If it's like 20 to 30 minutes, a single person podcast can work quite well.
Yeah.
But I think an hour is difficult to hold down. An hour and a half, even more so, if you just sort of off the top of your head talking to yourself about random shit. Which is one of the reasons why I find D'Elia so fascinating, because I find it funny when he does it. And I know there's like dead patches amongst it, because that's just part
I
and
can
parcel of
imagine
it.
there would be, yeah.
But like when he hits something really funny, he just goes with it, and he can just keep going with it and keep going with it because there's no one putting brakes on him.
You know, did he have like a producer that he talks to or anything like the
Yeah,
other
there's
two?
one Fire, and there's Ivan Get Rid Of.
And then names.
Yeah, they're not the names of the actual people.
Well, I assume.
Obviously.
I assume they weren't. They given names.
Yeah. But I don't know what their actual names are, and I don't think anyone knows what their actual
Did
names
they actually talk and stuff on it?
No, not really. You can sometimes hear them like laughing in the background or saying something.
Yeah, but they're not having
off
full
camera.
conversations like some of them
Yeah,
do.
no.
Like
And they don't like go to them at any point or anything.
Do you listen to Tim Dillon ever?
I've never really sat down and listened to Tim Dillon. No.
He's alright. His podcast was okay. Apparently, he's the main producer left now, and people are complaining it's not going to be like it was. And it's like, if your program was that dependent on your producer and him talking and stuff too, then it's a weird place to be in.
Yeah.
It's a very strange thing.
Yeah.
Andrew Schultz is probably my favourite podcast, the Flagrant stuff on YouTube.
I should listen to that more, really.
You should do. You should. It's they managed to say a lot of things as well that I'm like, which clarified to me now. It's like, you can get away with a lot more, which basically means you can get away with more in the world. And cancel culture is going away more.
Yeah. And that's not going to last forever, and it's already started dying out.
It's started dying out a lot more now. So we've got to take advantage of being able to do...
Because people got sick of it. Like, they were just going like, well, I can't enjoy anything now. And it's like, well, this is the Puritan shit all over again. It didn't work back then, it's not going to work now. You know, you can't pretend you're purer than everyone else, because no one's pure, and everyone knows it. And, like, especially the fucking realistic people who don't fucking adhere to your bullshit. And, you know.
After a certain point, cancel culture just becomes censorship.
It does, yeah.
Oh, one last thing, actually. What you find quite interesting, you know, Elon Musk was going to do the whole with Twitter and that, going to make it like free speech and stuff, and make it so anyone can be on there and stuff.
Yeah, and he's blocked a load of people.
Yeah, he put a poll. Well, he's blocked a lot of people, but some of the people that he blocked was more just making a point, and it was for a small amount of time, not an indefinite ban. But he put a poll up to see if he would bring Trump back, and he has.
Yeah.
Or he's going to one of them. But he's specifically said he's not going to let Alex Jones back on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, but if it's true free speech, you can't just pick and choose. That's the point, though.
Yeah, that was
once you start pick and choosing, you're doing what they're doing.
The thing is, he went on that platform initially, but the thing is, he is de facto CEO now, so he can just basically
he can do what he wants,
whatever the fuck he wants, and it's like, all right, fair play. If you want to do it that way, that's fine.
That's always been the case. With people have such an issue with it before because of the people picking the other side.
Yeah, I think
now he's just picking the other side, so people are more okay with because it's the other side now.
Yeah, they were probably worried about the blowback on their, advertisers. But that's not really an issue at the moment because the advertisers are all blown back on him anyway just for being Elon Musk.
Yeah. I think he's got enough money.
And also for firing a shitload of the staff and, other things like that.
But that's the thing though, he is the boss, he can do what he wants, he can completely redo the... he could buy the whole thing and just fire everybody and just close it if he wanted to.
Yeah.
You can't say anything about that, but when he's going about saying the whole free speech thing, it's like, obviously, yes, he could do what he wants because it's his company, but you can't go on making you want it as a place for free speech, because free speech must just mean everyone. I don't think if you're going to ban anyone, Alex Jones is the one to hang your hat on, to destroy your idea of free speech because you don't want Alex Jones on there.
Yeah.
Out of everyone.
I know, yeah, but he is a weird dude.
Yeah.
And he has had a lot of problems recently, especially.
Oh, he had the main one.
Yeah.
The one main one.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, as I still say though, for having an opinion on something, for voicing an opinion on something, having to pay $1 billion.
He kept voicing the opinion even when he was vastly proven wrong multiple times and kept on goading his...
I don't know, it was only after a few weeks and he realised he wasn't
wrong. No, he did it a lot longer than that, man. He did it for years.
I don't know about years, it wasn't years.
It was like 2 years.
By the time I saw him, he'd already admitted that it did happen.
Yeah.
But
that was quite a while later. And he still kept on going on about it occasionally.
It wasn't years though, because he was always about, he was on the Rogan podcast and stuff, so you could see the timeline when it was.
Oh, still, I'm pretty sure it must have been at least almost 2 years, if it wasn't 2 years.
What, when he originally said it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't making out the whole time that it was true still. He might have been
not the
for
whole
months.
time, but those first 2 years he was.
I don't know about 2 years, but
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, just having an opinion about something, people could complain that someone having the opinion that 9/11 was staged, and you make that opinion, and then knowing people that have died in 9/11, you shouldn't then.
I get that, but the
idea of having to pay £1 billion.
There was I know there was provable effects, like his followers did go and did directly
then they should get
death threats
arrested.
Like yeah, they should.
He didn't go and tell people to send them death threats.
They should, but he should also sort of have acknowledged what was happening. Like there is a lot more backstory to it than just.
Well, yeah, but it's very easy to say the people because they get it from opinions you have. Like you could say that about like that's like when they try and blame Marilyn Manson for one of the people that shot up one of the schools.
Yeah, but that was
Another classic example.
far less direct because he wasn't at any point in his song going like "You should go and shoot at school" or anything like that.
Well, Alex Jones didn't say you should go and
No, he was
harass
like, "These
people.
motherfuckers, they just have they're
Yeah,
lying
yeah, he
to
was
you.
very
They're
much-
lying to you."
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like that's
He was very opinionated.
yeah.
But
Even he said they were all actors, and these people
Yeah,
had their
yeah, yeah.
children die, and then they had people coming to their house going like,
Yeah, it's
"You're
different."
fucking actors. You're a piece of shit." And it's like that's
But
a different
for somebody
level,
to be listening, for somebody to be listening to Alex Jones to the point of he says something and you're going to go out of your way
Oh, yeah, they're
and
mentally ill.
make it a thing to happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a program. Alex Jones is. He even acknowledges himself as like an entertainer as well.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
It's like it's like
He's
saying
an
to a
entertainer when
comic.
he wants to be, and then when he's a news reporter, he wants to be. He declares himself a news reporter. He's like, "This is a news show."
But like
It's like-
as the business as well though, because like you have to do that. Where he's put it as an entertainer.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like
At one point, he was a journalist.
Yeah.
But at some point, yeah.
It's difficult to say. Like the guy.
Does he do £1 billion for saying something? No, it's like cause that's what it breaks down.
he
£1 billion
like,
for
he doesn't
voicing
have
an
that much
opinion.
money, so like there's no reason. Like you should pay
shouldn't be
out
able
to
to
each
do
one
that
of those
anyway.
groups a certain amount of money to sort of say you apologise and stuff like that. But you shouldn't be crippling the guy's business.
I mean, he's already bankrupt. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
So he's already past that. Like
Yeah.
he's already declared as bankrupt before it.
Yeah, no, but that was a tactical move. technically.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's something that
always-
a lot of businessmen do. They declare themselves bankrupt before they go into that kind of
Oh
situation.
yeah.
Because they've already liquidated the assets. And stuff.
Bankruptcy is always kind of a tactical move, though, ain't it, in a
Yeah,
way?
it is. Donald Trump has made a lot of money
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of bankrupting himself and other businesses.
That's the thing as well. If you're gonna like say that with Alex Jones, then you kind of have to argue the same thing with Trump and the Capitol
Riots.
Yeah.
Which they're still trying to kind of push through by looking through his sort of back end stuff, and I don't think they'll find anything directly.
Yeah, you
related
can't
to
really
that,
say
but-
much more other than like the direct thing at the time. There wasn't the time really.
Nah.
Well, you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
it was just him say something, people go. It's the same thing as Alex Jones.
yeah.
Mm.
Right.
You want to get your plugs done before you go?
Yeah, I'll do that. So there's Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse that's available on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts. It's a one-man show. I direct it, I write it, I star in it, all over the place. It's got a fucking running story in it. So people stop jumping in at episode 5. And, like, go in maybe at episode 2. Episode 1's not the best. Episode 2's fucking good, right? And then work from there all the way up to episode 5. Maybe go back and listen to one after that. But this is the thing, right?
Prequel.
You've got to give it time. Stuff is happening in this thing. More importantly, there is... I say more importantly, also as importantly, there is YouTube, where you can find Adbreaker, where I've got 3 ad breakers up so far. There's Adbreaker Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. That's got over a healthy 1,000.
What?
1.5 or 1.7 now, something like that. Then there's also Total Jobs. That deserves some more views because put a lot of effort into that one. Then there's
The
Belly's
video,
Gonna
not the
Get You.
website.
Yeah. Then there's Adbreaker Belly's Gonna Get You as well, and soon there will be Adbreaker The Saga of Mattress Man, which is a very, very complex and difficult one that I've actually had to do full-blown fucking VFX shots for. So there we go.
But he's a magical character, though.
He's fucking brilliant in this.
Everybody-
You see the damage he does.
WWMMD.
Yeah.
That's my thing. What would Mattress Man do?
What would Mattress Man
That's
do?
how I live my life now.
Yeah.
After seeing him, I know how to live my life now. But for myself, though, as always, KD Comedy Inc. Just put it there because it's easier. There's already a thing on the screen.
Yeah.
To check out everything that's going on. The quiz off was really good the other day.
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah. And Trigger Warning was good too.
Yeah.
Check out on KD Comedy Inc. though what's happening in the future.
Yeah.
But right now, thank you everybody for watching. And if you're going to go out and do a murder, make sure you kill them with comedy.
Yay! Be a clown murderer.
That was my comedy murder.
That was good.
Yeah. That was the comedy part.
Yeah. That was so smooth.
Oh, I thought so. I thought that was exceptionally smooth.